Good evening, everyone, and welcome into Madison Central High School and Tomahawk Valley, where tonight it's the Madison Central Indians squaring off against the Cardinals of George Rogers Clark in the second round of the Class 6A playoffs here in Kentucky. It's a big one here on WBON TV, and as always, we are presented by Bishop's Small Engine Repair, where the variety of outdoor power equipment is second to none in all of Richmond, Kentucky. There isn't a friendlier or more knowledgeable staff than Bishop's. They're happy to help you and find the perfect outdoor power equipment, either the service or the parts you've been looking for, or anything else you might need for your mowing type of season. Check out the brochures, including Bearcat, Cub Cadet, Echo, Grasshopper, Makita, and Shindawa to see what they have. And if you need any help in making your selection, you can call or stop in their location right here in Richmond on North Ethel Avenue. They also have a second location in Georgetown now as well. That's Bishop Small Engine Repair. You can find out more at bishopsmallenginerepair.com. John Clark, Michael Watkins here, and John, this is the time of year where you want to be playing your best football. Central showed last week they kind of disposed of Dunbar rather quickly, and now they face a team that they beat 49-0 less than a month ago on the road in Winchester, keep in mind as well.
Which I would argue was more of a rear-end whooping than even last week was, because that GRC team came in, had some wins, kind of thought that it was going to be a contender. I thought that was the most dominant win of the season.
Yeah.
And last week, I just throw that out. That game shouldn't have taken place. But, if you're GRC, you got to do something coming in this week. And then my question is, as a coach, it can be really hard to motivate your team to play again against a team they literally throttled. I mean,
it was
throttled.
ugly.
It was bad.
Well, if you remember in that game, Central fumbled the first two plays of the game. They got the ball first, fumbled on first down, got their own fumble, fumbled on second down, got it back, and then after that, it was just take off and do not look back, and that's exactly what they did. We're here on the Chenault Vineyards pregame show. Chenault Vineyards is excited to once again host their annual holiday barn market on Saturday, November 29th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. This is Small Business Saturday, and they're calling it the biggest barn market ever at Chenault Vineyards. You can check out all the fun things going on, shop small, and support local at this annual event with a wide variety of vendors offering handcrafted goods, unique gifts, direct sales products, and more. Enjoy festive entertainment throughout the day with singers, dancers, and a special visit from Santa Claus at the annual holiday barn market at Chenault Vineyards in Richmond. And Coach, look at this matchup. Madison Central, yes, they have beaten GRC, but crazier things have happened in high school football. They call it any given Sunday, but on Fridays, most of the time, the favorite is going to do what the favorite is supposed to do. But there's a reason they lace them up and play. And as you have found out, GRC has done a lot of different things to kind of spark their season down the stretch after that loss to Central.
Yeah, I did some digging with some GRC faithful. It sounds like they've made a few adjustments. If you remember when we were there, they made a quarterback switch in the second half. Sounds like they've kind of gone to that, maybe a little more run-heavy offensive style. We might see some wing T tonight or some features of a wing T, it sounds like. And it sounds like they played really well last week. They felt they played their best game of the season last week against Tate's Creek. And if you do remember, they were on fall break.
Yeah.
And so there were a lot of things against them. So I do expect to see a better team on the field tonight, but I think Central's gotten better too.
Yeah.
So I just don't know if it's going to matter.
Yeah, we'll see what Central is able to do again here tonight at home after a 39-0 or a 49-0 victory over GRC less than a month ago. It was on October 17th, and in that game, Central held the Cardinals to just 119 yards of offense. It'll be hard to duplicate that performance, but we'll see what happens here tonight. We'll step aside for our first commercial break again here on the Chenault Vineyards pregame show. We got a lot more to get to here on the pregame show, including our keys to the game, our game time temperature, which tonight feels pretty good outside, Coach.
It feels awesome tonight.
We'll take
this is like
It's November?
This is unbelievable.
It is.
It snowed a couple days ago, man.
Exactly. What was it? Was it Thursday? Like last Thursday or Friday? It snowed, or was it this week?
No, it snowed Monday night.
Monday night, yeah, exactly. With the EKU Western
You've had a long
game.
week, man.
It has been a long week.
You've had a long week.
It has been a long week. But, yeah, it did snow on Monday. I forgot about it. And school was actually – so my son goes to school in Estill County. They actually were out of school.
I thought Estill's been out for like a week. Yeah,
exactly. But, yeah, so it's been an interesting week. It feels like a September game tonight here in the middle of November. It's a big one. It's Madison Central and GRC. We'll be back in 3 minutes live on WEKY and WBON TV.
You know what they say. Every great season starts with a strong lineup. Neat agility, the Trailblazer cuts through traffic like a wide receiver in the red zone. Power, the Silverado handles work and tailgates like a linebacker on a mission. And if you're ready to go electric, the Equinox EV has the range to go all the way. No matter your game plan, Jack Whippert Chevrolet has the vehicle that suits your drive. Stop in, suit up, and let's kick off your next adventure.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
We all have dreams. For some, it might be playing professional baseball like Keenan Wiley, former Madison Central baseball player, did. For others, maybe it's just dreaming of your forever home. Well, after a career of playing the game that he loved, now Keenan has another dream, helping you find that dream home. Check out the new development at Crutcher Pike Estates here in Richmond. Like Keenan Wiley Real Estate on Facebook, and let Keenan help guide you through the process of finding your dream home in Central Kentucky.
Hey! Oh my gosh, your husband is so hot. I know. No, like really hot. I know.
We've got to call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Is your AC unit not cooling? Call Joseph's Heating and Air. They're experts in fast, reliable AC maintenance and repair. They'll keep you cool when it matters most. Proudly serving Richmond, Lexington, and surrounding areas. Don't sweat it. Call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Back here in Richmond on WBON TV, WEKY, it's the Chenault Vineyards pregame show. Chenault Vineyards is excited to once again host their annual holiday barn market coming up on Saturday, November 29th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. That is Small Business Saturday, the day after Black Friday. So make plans now while you're doing all of your holiday shopping. You can pretty much knock it out, every single bit of it, at Chenault Vineyards in their holiday barn market coming up on Saturday, November 29th. It's a big game, John Clark, second round of the postseason. And very interestingly, again, the Cajuns say there's a lot of question marks on some of the stuff that they do with football. So if you, so let's say you look at the NFL, okay?
Yeah.
1 through 4 in our district, all 4 sides won. You would think the 1 seed Douglas would play GRC in round 2, Central would play Bryan Station.
You mean reseed?
Yeah, exactly. But that makes sense. But we get GRC. Now, we'll take it. We had a great game against him the first time, but it just feels weird to me that Douglas and Bryan Station. Now, Douglas a favorite in that one, but crazier things have happened. And when you look across the state, there are some interesting matchups. That Ballard-Ryle game could be a very important one for Madison Central, because if the Indians win tonight and Ryle wins, we go to Trinity next week, which sounds like worst case scenario. Trinity, a very good football team. Obviously, for this Madison Central program to get to where you want to get to, you're probably going to have to go through Trinity at some point.
Yeah.
But if Central wins and Ryle loses to Ballard tonight, we actually go to Frederick Douglass. And although that's a much closer trip, and that game was very close the first time, we still have never beaten Frederick Douglass. So there are some interesting matchups that could obviously play a factor into what happens next week. We'll keep our eye on those as we go throughout the evening. But Trinity does seem like they are the best team in Class 6A.
Yeah, and I think, there's a lot of question marks around South Warren. South Warren got the bye.
Yeah.
South Warren's undefeated. I think Brandon Smith was just named Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
But, they're obviously very good, but they haven't been playing your Carmels out of Indianapolis, your St. X out of Cincinnati, some of these teams that Trinity and St. X have been playing in Douglas. And so I just think they're the wild card in this to me, because they're considered a top seed. But I think a lot of people forget, too, that sorry, guys. There we go. I think, a lot of people forget, too, that they don't RPI doesn't give any points for out-of-state games.
Exactly.
So Trinity and St. X are playing out-of-state teams. It hurts their RPI, and they go in. They're like third, fourth in state, which makes zero sense.
Yeah.
They're playing like a national schedule almost.
Yeah, another KHSAA question mark, if you will.
It makes we have RPI.
Yeah.
Why not use it for every round of the playoffs instead of going in districts and playing? I used to tell my administration this all the time. I hated the redoing districts again in the first couple rounds, because I don't think it ever brought good gate. Yeah. And if you're trying to, athletic departments are funded by football and basketball.
No, you're good. You're good.
So if they're funded by football and basketball, don't we want bigger gates in the first two rounds of the playoffs? There's nobody at these games in the first two rounds.
I mean, you look at what Dunbar brought last week. It was kind of shocking. Even the last week of the season, when we went to St. X on a Thursday night, I was kind of surprised. We had almost as many fans in Louisville as the home team did that night.
I know Madison Southern has Eagle Mania tonight.
Yeah, so does Berea.
They're starting basketball in the middle of the playoffs. I just think it could all be done very, very much more organized.
Yeah, it's Madison Central and GRC tonight here on the Chenault Vineyards pregame show. We'll take another 3-minute commercial break now, Aiden, and when we come back, we'll give you our Keenan Wiley real estate keys to the game and our Star Watch, brought to you by Jerry Goble State Farm Insurance. Back in a moment, folks. Don't go anywhere. We're live on WEKY and WBON TV.
Hi, I'm Gwen from Gwen's Fine Jewelers, and we would love to invite you into our family-owned business.
Select from our beautiful Valina designs, Carriza designs, or we can custom design your dream ring.
Gwen's Fine Jewelers is your exclusive Kendra Scott boutique in Richmond.
Special financing options available, on-site jewelry repair, and layaway. Find your dream ring at Gwen's. Gwen's Fine Jewelers, where dreams come true.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau.
My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Wings or strips?
Wings.
No, strips. Guess I gotta flip a coin.
Famous last words.
Wings and strips.
You just can't lose with the split decision meal. Only at Lee's. Famous for a reason.
Your Lee's Famous Recipe locations are proud supporters of our local Madison County High School sports teams. Have dinner tonight before the game at Lee's Berea, just off I-75 at exit 76, or swing by Lee's Richmond, 1000 Center Drive. Since 1974, Linville Insurance has proudly served our community with values that stand the test of time: family, integrity, and service. We lead with kindness, do what's right, help others, and stay informed so you can trust us with what matters most. As a proud Shepherd Insurance partner, we offer the strength of a large agency with the heart of a local one. From business to home, auto, farm, life, and employee benefits, we are your one-stop insurance advisor. Join the Linville Insurance family and experience the difference.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Welcome back into Richmond, Kentucky, and the second round of the Class 6A postseason, as the second round of the playoffs are about 12 minutes away from starting here again on the Chenault Vineyards pregame show. And as Madison Central gets set to take on George Rogers Clark, a team they just beat by 49 points less than a month ago. Coach, it's now time to take a look at our keys to a victory tonight. Our Keenan Wiley Real Estate keys to the game are courtesy of Keenan Wiley Real Estate. If you're looking for your new home in Richmond or somewhere else in Central Kentucky, Keenan Wiley Real Estate may have the answer. Right now, they have some beautiful listings over at Crutcher Pike Estates, just off Barnes Mill Road. You can like Keenan Wiley Realtor on Facebook for more information. For Keenan Wiley Real Estate, a former Madison Central athlete. And, Coach, you look at the keys to the game tonight for Madison Central. I think a lot of it is just do what you do. How can they duplicate the performance they had a month ago against this same team?
Yeah, to me, it really comes down to this game is irrelevant. You can't take a step back at this point in the season. Yeah. If you want a shot to compete next week, you have to play better this week than you've played all season. Yeah. You can't play down to the level of your competition. That's what I think is vital.
And how hard is it as a coach, though, to get your guys fired up? Hey, it's round 2 of the playoffs, to not come out here and not lay an egg, but not give in to the fact that this is a team that you beat 49-0.
It's got to be thinking, like a lot of coaches will say, you don't think past this week, but I think the way the playoffs in Kentucky are, I think you have to a little bit. I mean, come on, let's be real. This was a blowout.
Yeah,
what are we doing? They need to focus on being the best they can be so they get better this week at every little detail. Like, do your job better tonight than you've done it all season to get ready for next week.
Yeah, Madison Central tonight has a chance to get back in the win column again, keep this thing rolling, and advance to round 3. They've been familiar with that area. They've had a lot of success the last 10, 15 years. You look at some teams that have made deep runs, and they've had a really good running back that has been a part of that. You look at the teams that Mark Center has made deep runs with. Freddie Chenault was the catalyst then. Look at the teams that Mike Holcomb took deep into the playoffs. Well, you had Brady Hensley, who was on fire then. Bryant Mathis last year, and he was the guy that was the key guy running the football. And then this year, you look at what Corinthian Barnes has done. They've had a lot of success with running backs doing big things. I actually went back and looked. So, obviously, in the early 2000s, all the way up to like 2010, 11, 12, high school football coaches in Kentucky weren't the best at posting their stats online.
Yeah.
So I can only go back to like 2011.
Some still aren't very good at it.
Exactly. But going back to like 2011, you have Dominique Hawkins, who had 190 carries, 1,110 yards, 17 touchdowns.
Who was a really good football player.
He was a really good football. Good athlete. Just a really good athlete.
He's a really good player.
Freddie Chenault one year had 237 carries, 1,192 yards, 18 touchdowns. Brady Hensley in 2021 had 225 carries, 1,804 rushing yards, 31 rushing touchdowns. And then the year before, he had 196 carries, 1,470 yards, 16 touchdowns in 2022. Mathis in 2023, 223 carries, 1,281 rushing yards, 14 touchdowns. This year, Corinthian Barnes, 188 carries, 20 touchdowns, 1,247 yards. So they've got that guy in the backfield that can carry the load. But one thing we have continued to focus on this year is the depth of this team.
Yeah.
They are deep at multiple positions. If you looked at just straight running back, Barnes, DeBruce, Compton, Parker, Wiley Mathis, it don't matter who they put back there. They are contributing, and I think that's what makes this team so special.
Yeah, and as you go through those stats, you're naming off some really good players. They've had great years. I think a difference with what Corinthian Barnes has done this year is he's done it when they're actually a backfield by committee.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at the yards per carry and what the other three, I mean, they've got a four-horseman deal going on back here. So it's not like he's just a one-back featured guy that's put that up. Some of those other years were one-back system types.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but I would argue his is as impressive as any of them.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. I mean, they've had some really good running backs, but they've also had some really good offensive lines, and that might be what the deepest part of this roster is those guys up front on both sides of the football doing their jobs night in and night out.
Yeah, and obviously the weight room. This is the most weight room visible team I've ever seen at Central. You know, I've been watching these guys since 2011 and playing them. And one thing we never struggled with was physicality with this team. Sometimes they had better athletes than us and could run around us a little bit, but they've never physically moved a team that I had. This team right now is physically moving people.
Well, and a big reason for that was a guy that was a big reason for the success that you had, too, in the weight room, and Corey Chapman, who's doing big things with this program.
Yeah, he's doing a great job with the weight program here. He was with us for a few years, and I mean, I would say we had a great weight room before he got there, but I know what he brings to the table.
Yeah, he's carried that legacy from what he learned under you and kind of brought it to this team.
He's really good at what he does, and I'll tell you what he does well is there's good strength guys everywhere. It's hard to find strength guys that the kids buy into.
Yeah.
And the thing with Coach Chapman is kids, he gets to know the kids, and the kids buy into him, and that's good coaches do that. It's kind of rare to see a strength coach do that.
Yeah. All right, let's now take a look at our Jerry Goebel State Farm Star Watch. As you turn the page into a new year, it brings an opportunity to strengthen your safety net and prepare for the unexpected. At Jerry Goebel State Farm, they have a wide range of services, including car insurance, homeowners insurance, renters insurance, life, business, and financial services. They have a special focus on assisting individuals who are relocating to Madison County. Visit JerryGoebelInsurance.com to learn more. And tonight, our Star Watch is those guys up front that we were just talking about. Landon Muncie, Camden Burke, who was the District Player of the Year. Those guys up front are the stars to watch out for tonight because they dominated the last time Central played GRC, and we'll look to see if they can do that again here tonight as the Indians once again come out in the all-black uniforms, the white numbers, white letters outlined in the royal blue. It's Madison Central, and it's GRC. Kickoff is less than 5 minutes away. We'll step aside for a 3-minute commercial break, and when we come back, the kickoff and our game time tip will be on the other side right here on WEKY and WBON TV.
Founded by Kentuckians for Kentuckians, Whitaker Bank is a uniquely Kentucky bank committed to the communities it serves. At Whitaker Bank, you'll find personalized service, a dedication to excellence, and a genuine desire to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us at any of our conveniently located branches or go to whitakerbank.com to learn how Whitaker Bank can serve you. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Buying this boat was a total no-brainer.
Okay, I get it. You say no-brainer and the guy with no brain shows up.
I'm sorry, we met our new boat.
For a new boat? You don't call me. You call State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is...
There?
I was gonna say that.
He's right. Your State Farm agent can help you choose the right coverage for your new boat and your RV. It's kind of a no-brainer. Easy decision.
All right.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you tired of living with the pain and discomfort that comes with getting older? If you're like me, then sometimes just getting up can be a challenge. At Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy in Richmond, their experts are here to help get you back in the game. Whether it's a sports injury, recovering from an accident, or just the aches and pains that come with age, they'll connect you with someone who can put together a personalized treatment plan and deliver long-lasting results. Visit osptky.com to get started, or go by and see former Madison Central graduate Heather Clines.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Honor, integrity, excellence. When it comes to protecting your home, rely on the experts who have served our country. At VC Veterans Contracting, our mission is to make your home feel safe. Our customers constantly rate us 5 stars for our expertise and professionalism. Trust your roof to the veterans who served. Call VC Veterans Contracting today or scan the code on screen for a free quote. VC Veterans Contracting, your roof, our mission.
The constant changing of the weather in Kentucky can hit hard. That's why having Madison HVAC on your side is so important. Don't waste time. Schedule a maintenance check on your HVAC system and make sure it's ready to handle the constant changing of the weather that comes with living in Kentucky. Your comfort is their promise. Like Madison HVACR Inc. on Facebook, or schedule your maintenance checkup at 859-625-1471. Welcome back in to Tomahawk Valley on the campus of Madison Central High School as we bring you into the second round of the KHSAA playoffs. And you got the AC/DC going. You've got the light show in full display. And a good night for high school football as we look at our game time temperature, brought to you by Madison HVAC. Don't let yourself down by failing to have your HVAC system inspected before we head into winter. Visit MadisonHVACR.com and let their experts keep your system heating and cooling all year long. And today's one of those days, Coach, where right now you might even have the air conditioner on, but by the time we roll into the overnight period, you might want to crank that heat on just a tad. I don't want it.
Let's talk air conditioner for a minute. Does yours is it either set to heat or set to cool? Or does it?
Yeah.
Why are all our systems by now? We've got all this AI and stuff. How come our houses we can't set a temperature and it can regulate itself hot and cold and jump back and forth?
Yeah.
Well, the Nests do, but why is that not standard?
Well, I mean, today's
these
the kind of
cars
day
park
you can just
themselves.
open your windows and just let it come in. So,
yeah, you like to control it yourself?
Yeah, Samantha does like to have the power. She's got the power, you know. Samantha Burford will be down on the sidelines with Coach Blair at the GRC. Will receive the opening kickoff. And thank you for joining us here on the Chenault Vineyards pregame show. Chenault Vineyards is excited to once again host their annual holiday barn market coming up on the last Saturday of November. Like them on Facebook for more information. Central will kick off to start things off, and it's Peyton Gilbo that will get us underway. GRC in the white visiting uniforms, the black pants, red numbers, red letters outlined in the black. And, of course, Central for the second straight week in those black uniforms with the white numbers, white letters outlined in the blue. Here we go with Gilbo on the kickoff from the 40. And it'll be returned from the 5-yard line. Coming near side is the return man. A flag comes in way from behind the play. Not sure what that guy saw.
That was a big hold on Wiley Mathis. Got basically just absolutely bear hugged during that play. That's coming back.
So that'll affect the opening field position for the Cardinals, and we'll see how their offense looks, Coach, coming out after an abysmal performance the first time these two teams played. We'll see how things shape up now for the visitors, the GRC Cardinals. George Rogers Clark, about a 22-minute drive from here in Richmond to get over to GRC, not too far away. And, of course, the other side of our bracket tonight, Madison Central and GRC here. You have Douglas and Bryan Station on the other side, Coach.
Yeah. I hope we get a good game tonight, man. It's weird. Round 2 should feel like it should be a little bit higher stakes than it is in round 1, but that's okay. Maybe we'll see something a little different tonight.
GRC does come out in the pistol with the quarterback lined up.
That's a little different set than we saw before with the 2 up backs. Kind of an inverted bone.
They'll hand it off and running to the near side, immediately taken down, and a great tackle made up front. That is Inshu on the tackle. So with the black uniforms, Inshu wearing number 3 tonight.
Okay, you threw me off
there. He comes in to make the stop. Yeah, that's the only change in the starting lineup.
Okay, all right. That's a nice tackle.
So Inshu, who's made some big plays defensively throughout the year, comes up with a tackle for loss of 3, 2nd down and 13 for GRC. But we were told we'll be shocked if they pass it more than 3 times tonight. That was all they did, really, in the first matchup. We've got a flag, and I believe it's going to be a false start or delay of game. It's going to be a false start, I believe, against GRC.
Yeah, they can't love starting the game off like this. They're in kind of a – so those that aren't aware, the shotgun is 5 yards. The quarterback is 5 yards from the ball. In the true pistol, he's 2.5. It's in between. What a lot of guys have done is they've moved him up to 4 and then put the back behind him, and so it looks pistol, but it's a little deeper. But they inverted those two fullback types that look like linemen they've put in there. It's a little different set here.
So they'll go with 2 receivers, 1 to each side, and kind of a wing tee with the pistol formation in front of it.
Yeah, he is at shotgun depth there. It's a little different, so it takes plays a little longer to hit that way. But they've got some big boys in the backfield. It looks like they might be tight ends or they might be actual linemen lined up in the backfield. It's hard to tell.
Compton was in on the stop. Quincy was shaken up last week in that win over Dunbar. Did not return to the game, but he is out there today. And Coach Blair saying everybody was all systems go. But, of course, you want to get this early lead like you did in the first matchup with GRC and try to rest some of these guys for next week. It is a 3rd down. GRC did not convert a single first down in the first matchup with Central.
Yeah, 3rd and 3 is a good start for them. That's 2 guys in motion. That's coming back.
And another mistake by the Cardinals. The running back did take off with it. Braylon Nestor, the running back / quarterback for GRC, did take off with the football, a little quarterback keeper. But as the 2 guys went off in motion, he snapped the football. That's a flag against GRC, and they'll lose 5 more.
They had 3rd and 3 there.
Yeah.
I mean, this was a good scenario for them.
And they would have got the first down.
Yeah, that would have been a first down, even with the bust. That's interesting.
So 3rd and 8 for the Cardinals now. Ball sitting across the 15, shy of the 16-yard line.
Well, this is a different offense than they ran last time. It's pretty obvious it's different. Looked like there might have been a load speed option scenario there. It'd be interesting to see if we see the same thing, similar set.
Esther, again, back in the pistol. He'll hand it off. And, man, a nice tackle. That was McElwee, who came off the edge. And Moose makes the stop. He's been so good this year. And that'll bring up a 4th and 7 after a 1-yard gain by the Cardinals. And they'll be forced to punt, following what will go down as a 3-and-out, Coach.
After the first game, don't you have to go into this game and go, okay, no matter what we do, we have to get a hat on 2 guys. Yeah. We have to get a hat on Moose, and we have to get a hat on Daly. Don't you think you have to get hats on those 2 guys to even play this team anymore?
But that's the problem with Central's defense, though. They've got so many guys that can affect the offense.
Yeah.
As the Cardinals are able to get this one away cleanly. Compton will come up for it, although it takes a bounce away from Quincy. That's one thing that he's done a lot this year of coaches, making the special teams think that he's going to receive it.
Yeah.
It actually bounces or lands away from him. Does the same thing here. The Indians will take over following a 3-and-out by GRC.
We've watched it enough now that I just assume he's never going to catch it anymore. He's very, very good at that, but I've seen it a lot this year.
And you have to defend it, too, because if there is one time when he does grab it and take off with it, he's a guy that can do some damage.
Yeah.
But 1st and 10 Indians now. Central, the first time these 2 teams met, fumbled it on 1st down on their first drive, and then again on 2nd down. On third down, Davion DeBruce got a big play, and they never looked back after a 49-0 win in the first matchup. Barnes gains 6 yards on first down here, and Corinthian having a terrific season for Madison Central.
Just a nice little option play to the loaded side. He's got one guy to beat there. That's the safety that makes the play.
Yeah.
So it's a nice tackle, but if he makes him miss, he's gone.
2nd down and 4 for the Indians. 8.5 ticking off here in the first quarter. Herbst up under center. It's DeBruce in motion. They fake it to Barnes. Herbst will keep, and he'll be tackled really close to a first down. Looks like, according to the near side official, Carson does have enough to move the sticks and into GRC territory. Knows the football touching the 49-yard line. It'll be a first down for Madison Central.
So that's triple option to the wide side. He makes the wrong read there, and that's why he has to break the tackle to the DM. But I thought he was going to make a late pitch there before he went down, and if he does, it's a house call.
Yeah.
It was really close, so it'll be interesting to see if they come back to that with the pitch being that open.
Tanner Milton, the junior, comes in as a right guard. You got Burke over here on the right side as a tackle. We'll see if they run in that direction. Parker in motion to the far side. They give it to Barnes, and Corinthian, not enough room there to get going. Just got a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Burke's really close to being too deep right there, so he's lined up in a tight end position, and his helmet has to break the plane of the center's belt, or he's technically in the backfield. They got away with one right there. He was technically could have been called in the backfield right there.
And that's one thing they do with these offensive linemen. They shift them around quite a bit.
Yeah, they do.
Now they've moved Camden from right tackle over to the left side. So you're right. He's lined up with kind of a tight end again.
Yeah, it's an overload. They do move a lot of linemen around, and they have to have a good system for guys to know where they're never confused up there. So they've got a good system down in how they call that. That's not as simple as people think. It takes a lot of planning going into games so they know where they're supposed to be on certain looks.
And Central going to have to call an early timeout. So you talked about confusion. There is some at the moment as the Indians take the TO. We will take it as well. We'll be right back on WEKY and WBON TV. Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers have over 24 years experience in the auction industry. Whether you're selling real estate, personal property, or liquidating your assets, Pruitt & Sons can help take your property to auction and walk you through the process. Serving all over Central Kentucky, visit PruittAuctioneers.com. And remember, Angela Pruitt for all your real estate needs as well.
When life gets complicated, you need someone who understands. Since 2003, Blevins Law has navigated real estate closings, wills, estates, car accidents, and personal injury cases with care and clarity. If your family has experienced death or injury, make Blevins your first call.
Blevins Law. Compassionate, reliable, real. Call 859-985-5410 to hire Blevins Law for the win. Office is located at 400 Richmond Road, North Berea, or search blevinslaw.net to contact them today. Central comes near side with Compton on the end around, and Quincy makes one man miss and then gang tackled near the 45-yard line. Forward progress looks like the 43 for Quincy Compton, who has broke off a couple of big plays this season, Coach. He's really been their big play guy. Him and Christian Lawson have really been the two guys that they've gone deep to down the field, or Quincy breaking off a big run. There he gets about 5 yards to bring up a 3rd down and 4.
He's definitely a hold-your-breath guy. Like, coaching, I mean, there's no doubt, coaching against him, DeBruce and Compton, you don't worry about them as much, but you have to keep an eye on them because I think they're averaging over 9 yards a carry each, and Herb's averaging like 10. So those three guys may not touch it much, but you have to respect them.
3rd and 4. Indians probably in 4-down territory, but it won't matter. Compton,
there he goes.
Right on cue, will break a big run. 44 yards to the house. Quincy Compton scores the first time in the game, and the Indians take a 6-0 lead halfway through the first quarter.
Nice buck sweep to the overload side there, so you get both guards pulling. The first one gets a kick out, the second one's up and through, and he goes untouched. Just a really, really clean, good-looking play. Great job by the offensive lineman, just getting a hat on a hat. Nice block by Lawson there at the next level, too.
Quincy Compton makes it 6-0 Indians. Gilboa will come on for the PAT. Herbst will hold. And the kick is good. Indians 7-0, 6:01 to play in the first on WEKY and WBON TV.
Gillum Sports Lounge isn't just a place for good food and hospitality. It's about gathering with family and friends, satisfying those taste buds, and cheering on your favorite team. You can't go wrong with one of their delicious burgers, salads, pizzas, or one of their many appetizers. Order online or stop in and see for yourself why Gillum Sports Lounge has been a staple in Richmond for almost 20 years. Located inside the Richmond Mall. Gillum Sports Lounge. Like them on Facebook to see more.
The holidays can stress even the best planners. Between travel, shopping, family, and everything else, you and your budget can get stretched thin fast. With CVMB checking powered by Bazing, you can make the most of the season. Score shopping discounts, save on travel, get roadside assistance, and even get paid up to 2 days early. All in one checking account that helps you make the most of the season. CVMB. Bank better.
Peyton Gilbo to kick it away after the second rushing touchdown of the season for Quincy Compton, his third touchdown on offense this year. And the Indians lead at 7-0 following that touchdown.
Took him a little longer to get on the board than last week, but
this one goes down to the 1. It'll be returned by GRC in a big hole up the middle, and this could be trouble. Another flag could negate a big return for the Cardinals.
I think it's coming back.
Down to the 24-yard line.
Gonna have a horse collar there on the tackle too.
Yeah, so the two flags could negate each other, Coach.
Yeah, that was a pretty big horse collar, but I think you have to do that there because if he doesn't dive at him to get that, that's a touchdown regardless. So. Yeah, nice return. I saw a couple holds in there. I'm not gonna lie. There were a few, like probably 3 that I saw.
Yeah. I see right here who was. I think it's just Kenley who does. Yeah, I mean,
you had some guys' hands just up because they're just.
Tackle.
Yeah, it really was.
But, I mean, you got to do that if you're Kenley there.
I mean, there's. I'm looking at. There's some really big holds in there. Nick Shanks got Nick got shanked on that one with that holding.
So we'll see how the flags play out again. The hold against GRC and the horse collar tackle at the end of the play by Madison Central. There's the hold against GRC. And there's the horse collar call against Central. They will. Oh, so we'll re-kick. Oh, Indians catch a break there, Coach.
Wow.
I just line up and do it all over again. It's 5:49 to play now in the first quarter.
We're starting to get a crosswind here, aren't we?
Yeah, the wind is blowing pretty heavy.
Getting a good crosswind. So that the reason they're kicking from the hash is they're trying to shrink the field. So if you line up on the hash and you kick it between the numbers and the sideline, you defend half the field instead of the whole field. That works until they get a good return up the hash, and then it's a problem for you.
Yeah, good job by Kenley there to chase down the return man. That flag will allow Central to re-kick.
That's a good boot.
Yeah, that one's another good deep one down to the 5-yard line.
Really nice kick.
And another nice return coming up for GRC. They've got room near the sideline. And Central converges around the 25 to bring down the return man for the Cardinals. It'll be GRC football and their second trip out to the field after a 3-and-out on their opening drive.
I mean, if you can pin guys between the numbers and the sideline like you just did, they have to run back sideways to get back up the hash. That's just a really, really good kick. They don't always have to be in the end zone to be a good kick. That was nice.
Nestor will come back as the quarterback. Again, more of a wildcat formation for GRC as they line up in the wing formation with 2 wings on each side. The quarterback kind of lined up in the pistol and the shotgun with the tailback directly behind him. He'll give it to the tailback going to the right, and he's going to be taken down by number 56 for Madison Central, Nathan Cohair.
Yeah. In those 2 wings, they're not wings in the sense that Central's wings are running backs. These are
more blocking.
These are tight ends that probably are more guard type blockers in tight end numbers. So down in 3-point stances, not doing a whole lot of shifting. So definitely a different style than they played when Central saw them several weeks ago.
Nestor has thrown it 21 times on the season, but he's ran it 130 times with 13 rushing touchdowns and 941 rush yards.
Little overload to the right here. Central dropped down the safety into it.
And McElwee, along with a teammate, I think that's William Thurman, in there, along with McElwee on the stop to bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Cardinals.
It's good recognition by Central safeties. They get into that overload. They're too high safeties. The safety rocks down and becomes an extra linebacker down to that side. Kind of matches a number for a number there.
See what the Indians do here on 3rd down defensively. When you got, Thurman and McElwee, Daly, Compton, there's just so much speed. Hairston and Canterbury out there doing their thing. They've got a lot of speed at each position. Even when you line up Parker and Mathis at the nose tackle spot, Cohair lined up in the middle of that defensive line at the moment. On 3rd and 5, low snap, handoff up the gut. There is nowhere for that tailback to go. Cohair stands him up along with Daly on the tackle. It'll be 4th down for the Cardinals. And, Coach, 4th and 3 here. It looks like they're going to keep the offense out on the field.
Yeah, I think you have to. You've had 2 series. You've had 3rd and 5, 3rd and 7. You've got to do something here. They know that this could turn the other way real quick, especially since what happened last game. You've got to take some chances here. But again, it's a very conservative game call for them so far to start the game when the game was like it was last time. They can't possibly think they're just going to go toe-to-toe this whole game with them. You got to do something different, don't you?
Yeah, I think at some point Nestor's got to show off his wheels. On 4th down, could it be his turn to run with it? Another bobbled snap. The center actually hit himself with the snap when he let go of the football. And Thurman again in there on the tackle for Madison Central. So 2 straight drives that go nowhere for GRC. A 3-and-out. And then a turnover on downs, and the Indians are set up in perfect field position, 1st and 10 from the Cardinal 30-yard line.
Well, they've got 3 minutes, and three minutes will be in the second quarter, and they'll have gone 5 quarters this season without a first down against Central.
Yeah.
You have to try something different. Don't you have to take a shot here and there, or run some play action, maybe a trick play? Don't you have to do something different?
Would have liked to have seen what they had drawn up there for Nestor, but offensively, it ain't working for GRC. Here's Herbst looking to throw. He's got everybody open.
Everybody's open.
Lawson catches it, and he'll take it to the end zone.
You were open. I was open. Everybody on Central was open on that one.
He had 4 guys. He could have closed his eyes and just lobbed it up. There were a lot of open bodies downfield, and it's Lawson scoring again for Madison Central.
Really nice pickup by Donnie Gentry, pulled out in front of Herbst there. Peeled back, made a nice block that could have been a sack. Great job by Lawson going and getting that ball. And if I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Somebody needs to get on this kid. He is a steal at the collegiate level. I think he's an FCS caliber player. I really do. I really like what he brings to the table. He's aggressive. I think the kid's a major prospect that I don't know everybody sees that clearly.
5th receiving touchdown of the season for Christian Lawson. This one puts the Indians up 14-0 on WEKY and WBON TV.
Looking for a fiesta on a Thursday night? Head over to El Mejor Mexican Restaurant in Richmond. Karaoke Thursdays at 6 p.m. Grab the mic, sing your heart out, and enjoy $2.99 margaritas all night long. And don't forget, El Mejor is the only Mexican restaurant in town with a delicious lunch buffet served fresh every weekday. El Mejor, where every meal feels like a celebration. Located at 830 Eastern Bypass in the Old Richmond Mall. Nos vemos pronto.
Precision Gas Plumbing is affordable, fast, and reliable. A local fireplace dealer that offers gas, wood, or electric fireplaces, grills, outdoor heating options, and propane tanks. They also offer existing fireplace services, gas line installs, repairs, and propane delivery. Serving Madison, Fayette, Laurel, Rockcastle, Pulaski, and other surrounding counties. Trust Precision Gas Plumbing and stay warm and save money on your electric bill. Like them on Facebook or call 859-228-0077.
We're back on WEKY, WBON TV at Tomahawk Valley, and the Indians, after another Whitaker Bank touchdown, are going to kick off from the left side.
This is different. Keep your eyes open. Something's afoot.
A little squib kick that's going to be up in the air. And Central has a chance at it. Ball still loose, and it's going to be dove on by GRC as they are able to keep possession. But, Coach, that one was set up perfect for Central.
Well, we noticed it right away. I mean, when you watch film, we've been watching film all year. The minute something's different like that, you got to start to make an adjustment. But why aren't we seeing that from teams playing Central that have already been beat? Like, that's the things you have to do. You've got to steal possessions. You've got to try things. Yeah. And I think the kids react when you do differently, like, hey, we're actually going to try to win the game. We're going to do something different. I love that call right there, but I'm a huge fan of special teams wrinkles like that.
Laval makes the recovery, and the Cardinals come back out offensively. 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line.
That was a great kick, by the way.
It was.
The positioning of that kick was phenomenal. I didn't know he had that in his toolbox.
Striker Davidson gets the handoff and gets a yard. 2nd and 9 for the Cardinals. Indians' defensive front has been stout throughout the year, and they'll stay that way here thus far in this one. 2nd down and 9. Make it 2nd and 8. They'll give him 2 yards on the carry just across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
I'm still reeling about that kick, man. It's not easy to place a ball like that. You know,
he put it up perfectly.
It had
in the
great
air.
height. They arrived at the ball at the same time the ball arrived at their players, and that's a really nicely timed kick. Good to get that on film. That's something another team has to prepare for. I really like that call.
For Nestor, 2nd and 8. Again in the pistol with 2 guys lined up, and there's motion. And there'll be another false start against GRC.
I mean, they've got the quarterback's taking a snap. He's getting stepped on by his running back. I mean, it's just, you can tell they've tried something different, but you can't just change your whole offense in a couple of weeks and be smooth.
Hard.
Yeah. This is just, I hate to see this. I do see they're trying something different. It's just kind of, it's got to be frustrating for them as players as well.
So since the Central loss, they lost 41-7 to Douglas, had the open week, the weekend of Halloween, didn't have a game the final week of the regular season, had that 33-6 win over Tates Creek last week. So really only 2 games essentially with this offensive system in, and that's if they did change it immediately after the Central game. This could have been something they did after the Douglas game.
Yeah. This is a major overload. Looks like a quarterback run that way. That's what we're getting.
Nestor's going to look to throw with it, and he'll keep it. Spins out of one tackle, and he's got a lot of room. McElwee comes in to make the stop.
Still not a first down.
Got 7 yards. He ran around for 10 seconds.
He really did.
McElwee comes in to bring him down. And again, Moose showing off his athleticism, coming from behind to make that tackle. It's 3rd and 7 now for the Cardinals.
You know what amazes me is the lack of counter plays we've seen in the football season this year from Central and from everybody else. Like misdirection, when you got linebackers that play the way Central does, misdirection, get them going one way, take the ball back the other. Everything's like overload, full flow that way. I'm just shocked at the lack of misdirection from high school football anymore.
3rd and 7. Nestor turns around, hands it off, and nowhere to go. And that's a beautiful tackle coming in.
To Snell?
Is William Snell, the junior, making a big hit on the tailback and bringing him down as Laval, who recovered that onside kick for the Cardinals, was the man that took the carry there. He actually lost a yard. 4th and 8 coming up for GRC, and they'll drop back to punt it away once more.
Looked like he had some words with Moose coming off the ground there. He didn't like something. So, yeah, I think if you're GRC, you've got to have a lot of misdirection, run some reverses, run some counters, run some naked bootlegs like Herbst just did. That's a bootleg. You know, you're rolling out opposite the action. I haven't seen any of it. So this defense can just tee off on wherever the flow of the ball is going. They're going 100 mile an hour, and there's no reason not to.
Yeah, I mean, we had Nestor running with it a moment ago, but even then it was more of just trying to confuse the defense, and they were obviously not confused on those last couple of plays. 4th down, and the Cardinals punting with Compton and Hairston back near their own 35-yard line. A good boot into this one again, and it'll take a GRC bounce all the way inside the 15, keep rolling to the 12, make it the 13-yard line. So a great flopping of field position by the punter there for GRC, but Central's offense has been dominant through basically 5 quarters against the Cardinals. A 49-0 win less than a month ago. and a 14-0 lead here with 56 seconds remaining in the first quarter, and they have shown no signs of slowing down, Coach.
Well, I'm thinking Quincy Compton on a G-scheme play right out the gate or an inside trap and see if he can go 80-plus yards here.
So
I think he's thinking the same thing when he's putting that hand down right now.
It is Compton in motion. They'll give it to Barnes near side. Barnes might go the distance. Canterbury had a chance to block for him. If Canterbury can secure that block, Barnes has a ton of room up the right sideline. It'll be a big chunk play of 19 yards to the 32-yard line, but should have been more, Coach.
Yeah, and that's tough. I mean, he's got to block for a really long time out there. We talk about this, how if you engage too soon, you get holding. I'm okay with that. I'd rather have that 20-yard play than a holding penalty that pushes us back. So I like a kid that can pick and choose when to let go.
So 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. So gain of 18. They give it to Compton here. Quincy right up the gut and across the 35 to the 37-yard line for Quincy Compton and a gain of 6.
He's toting the rock quite a bit for the first half compared to what he usually sees in a game right now, isn't he?
Yeah, and again, that's the kind of players they have in the backfield. I feel like in a lot of teams across the state, I feel like Davion DeBruce could be a guy that could carry the load. That's the kind of weapons they have in that backfield along with Carson Herbst. As the first quarter winds all the way down, Central a 14-0 lead here at home in the second round of the playoffs. Don't go anywhere. We'll see what they do on 2nd and 4 when we come back live on WEKY and WBON TV.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Cars of Kentucky is a proud sponsor of Eastern Kentucky University Athletics. In Richmond, we bleed maroon. Go Colonels. And when you're ready for your next pre-owned automobile, swing on over to Cars of Kentucky. Cars of Kentucky has vehicles starting at $3,000 and up, so we literally have something for every budget. 356 Big Hill Avenue in Richmond, or check them out, carsofkentucky.com. Let's go Colonels.
Back to the action as the Indians come out second quarter. And, Coach, we didn't flip sides. Don't we flip sides? Am I wrong on that?
Well, there's 2 seconds left on the clock.
So they did. That's why. So here we go. Handoff to Barnes. Corinthian breaking tackles across the 45 and up to the 46-yard line.
He's really good.
Yeah.
He's getting this like wiggle about him. Everything looks so effortless. You can tell things are very slow for him on the field. It's been fun to watch him develop this year.
Now they'll flip sides. As the first quarter comes to an end. We'll keep it right here. Madison Central and GRC at the end of the first quarter, a 14-0 lead for the Indians, and it's time for us to say a special thank you to all of our great sponsors like Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy. At Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy, you can connect with an expert physical therapist who will listen to your story, give you a personalized treatment plan that delivers long-lasting results, and will stick with you every step of the way. Visit osptky.com to set up your appointment today with Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy on Keeneland Drive in Richmond. You're on, is it North Keeneland on one side and South on the other? I think South Keeneland Drive is where Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy is.
I might have to go see the man. Going to an office position, my back's not been what it used to be. I used to run around the field all the time.
They get that lumbar fixed up on your seat.
I know. Yeah. I switched to a standing desk, which has made all the world of difference.
Oh, yeah.
Which is what we're both doing up here right now.
Yeah, right now it's a battle of attrition trying to keep yourself going here. We got the water and the Gatorades lined up, and Samantha up here fanning us when we get too hot.
She's got a fan club down here waving at her, taking pictures of her.
Well, Samantha does have 7 followers on Instagram now, but 3 of her are burner accounts. So. Oh, sure. With those 13 phones you got, you can just set up a fake Instagram. All right, 1st and 10, back to the action. Samantha will.
Lawson out wide here.
If they look to the air again, Carson will give it up the gut to Barnes.
What a cut.
Corinthian makes one man miss, puts it over in his left arm, and all the way down to the 30-yard line for Corinthian Barnes, who just continues to showcase his ability. What a season Barnes has had coming into the game today. Just a tremendous year for Corinthian Barnes, 1,247 rushing yards, and he's trying to get up to 1,500, Coach. I think that would be a big accomplishment for a guy like Corinthian Barnes, who's playing that fullback position, especially with the way you talked about having these other weapons in the backfield with him.
And he's back next year. He's not done. He's only going to get stronger. He's only going to get faster. He's only going to get better. One thing I want to point out, too, I wasn't a huge fan of the switching the ball in the hands there, but I don't love that when backs do that in open field like that. That being said, he's not been a kid that's turned the ball over hardly at all this year with as many carries as he's had.
1st and 10, Compton in motion.
I like this toss play for him.
Pitch it to Barnes. Corinthian hit as he came across the line of scrimmage and still able to take that hit and go 5 yards with it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Quincy was engaged in a block. The defender for GRC did a really nice job of what's called like block defeat, really striking Quincy and coming off of it. It's a tough block in space. We talk about that a lot, how hard it is to block in space like that. But that's a nice run. I'm a fan of that play.
2nd and 5 for Central. And again, they're even at this point of the season, they're showing us some new things in their offensive set.
Yeah, that toss has been in for a few weeks. So you don't see it a ton. A little fly give.
Hand off to DeBruce. Davion cuts it back and will make the other man miss all the way in for a Whitaker Bank touchdown for the senior. 2nd straight week, Davion DeBruce has taken one into the end zone, and this one puts Central on top 20-0.
We have not seen that, but maybe one time, I think, against Douglas. So that fly give, that was a little different wrinkle that, man,
that's a nice cutback.
They look good in space. All of them can make people miss, can't they?
So with 10-19 remaining, Indians on top 20-0, trying to tack on that extra point and take a 3-score lead in the early portion of the second quarter.
Quincy Compton got his block back that time. He made a really nice block on the edge there.
Herbst with the hold. Kick is good. 10-19 to play in the first half. All Indians thus far on WEKY and WBON TV.
Cars break down. Tires go flat. Check engine lights show up at the worst possible time. Don't break the bank fixing your car when ABR Auto Recyclers has you covered. They have good used tires, a huge selection of parts, and they can get a large selection of aftermarket parts shipped overnight. They're just a quick drive down 4 Mile, and you can't miss them on Box Ankle Road. You can save 50 to 75% off retail prices. Go see Scott and the gang or check them out online at abrautorecyclers.net.
You know what they say. Every great season starts with a strong lineup. Need agility? The Trailblazer cuts through traffic like a wide receiver in the red zone. Power? The Silverado handles work and tailgates like a linebacker on a mission. And if you're ready to go electric, the Equinox EV has the range to go all the way. No matter your game plan, Jack Whippert Chevrolet has the vehicle that suits your drive. Stop in, suit up, and let's kick off your next adventure.
Back to the action with Peyton Gilboa ready to kick it away. Indians on top 21-0. We'll look for some scores. Most games are just now getting started, Coach. This one starting at 7 o'clock tonight. Most games just now getting underway. Of course, some big ones to pay attention to. The Douglas Bryan Station game, Ryle and Ballard.
There it is again.
And the Trinity game as well. This one is going to be recovered by Central. Oh, now it is. Took them a while, but they finally get to it.
Mathis.
As Wiley Mathis, who's been so good at so many things this year, comes in to make another big play as he recovers the onside squib kick for the Indians, and they'll look to make this a 4-score game.
Love that they put this wrinkle in. If you remember, I don't know who, you could play Trinity, you could play Douglas. These aren't teams you want to kick deep to.
Yeah.
This is a good wrinkle if you could start placing some balls like that in there at the next round. I really like that. I really like that a lot.
From the 41-yard line now, Indians take back over offensively. To Bruce in motion. Give it to Barnes. Corinthian will pick up 5 yards, as he seems to do on almost every carry, Coach. A pickup of 5 to bring up 2nd down and 5. You know, we were talking about different recruits that Central has. Carson Herbst is being recruited a lot right now from teams, but as more of a defensive player. I haven't seen him a ton on defense, which just shows you what kind of athlete Carson Herbst is. I know EKU, some other teams looking at him to play some safety possibly, and he's had a great start once again to his junior season. Now up under center, hands it off, or he'll keep it.
Nice
Up
pitch.
to Compton. Quincy with a big hole and a 1st down all the way down to the 26-yard line.
You know, a lot of option quarterbacks get recruited to play other positions, and it's actually really good to know that, because I know I was a guy early in the season. I'm sitting there going, what's this dude doing on defense?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going, why would you risk your quarterback that is the head of this whole
the straw that
monster
stirs the
here?
drink.
But if that's where he's being recruited and it gets filmed for him, I'm on board with that 110%. And I used to do those things too, and people probably wondered why. So that's good to know that that's what's going on with him. Great triple read there, the full pull, pitch, everything. It looked, I mean, that was just artistic the way he carried that out. I love his competitiveness.
Yeah.
I could see him being a guy that could play safety at the next level.
They're going to throw. Lawson wide open. And for the 2nd time tonight, it's Herbst to Lawson. And Christian scores for the 6th time. It's another Whitaker Bank touchdown.
The sell of that is Herbst sticks the ball in Barnes' belly, and Barnes actually jumped over the D-line to make it look like he had the ball. He had the attention of the entire defense. Really nice looking play. I think Herbst to Lawson is just... If you do it 3 times a game, you're going to score 2 right now, right?
Yeah. So a 27-0 lead now for the Indians with the extra point coming. Carson to hold. We were just talking about the athleticism of Herbst. He throws for the touchdown, and he'll hold for the PAT. It's 28-0 under 9 minutes to play in the first half on WEKY and WBON TV.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Peyton Gilboa to kick it away for the Indians.
Not on a hash.
Not on a hash this time, and that's where it was at the last time they did that squib kick. This time, kind of the same thing. It's going to be fair caught at the 30-yard line, and Upman takes it for the Cardinals with 8:57 remaining, Coach, and what a performance thus far. Again, Madison Central domination against GRC. Saw it back on October 17th, and they're doing it again here tonight.
Yeah, it looked crisp. I like to see the development of the pass game. You know, we've talked about it for weeks. We've seen a little more wrinkle every week. You know, those kind of plays have a residual effect. Teams preparing for them next week have to go, okay, maybe we can't put 9 guys in the box. Yeah. Maybe we have to respect the pass of the tight end a little bit, because the last couple of weeks, it changes the way people play you down the road.
Nestor again in that kind of wildcat pistol quarterback spot. About 5 yards back from the center. He'll hand it off, running near or to the far side, cutting it back, and a big play for the Cardinals. And once again, a touchdown-saving play made by McElwee.
I want to point out that's the first counter I've seen in this game. And look at what it did. It was a counter play in the backfield. They were overloaded to their right, the defensive left. It was a counter back to the left side, and look at the room to run.
Yeah, Davidson makes a big play there for GRC. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Their first first down against Madison Central this season.
It was bound to come at some point. That was a really nice open field tackle.
High snap to go back to Stryker. Davidson cuts it back near side. Being tackled, or breaks another tackle. It was Compton that let him get by. And Davidson runs to the near side. It was McElwee who pushed him out again near the 40-yard line. A gain of 4 this time, 2nd and 6 for GRC.
A little bit of life out of GRC here, right? Big play, 5 yards on first down.
Got 2nd and 6 for the Cardinals. As
Yet to throw a pass still.
And Nestor, again, he's thrown 13 times this year. But he's ran it a lot more. Has not thrown it tonight. Has only ran it 1 time. They're going to run the option with him to the far side. It's Laval who takes the pitch out. Oh, and after the play, a late push. And Compton down. The 2 officials in the area. Quincy still down on the ground. No flag from the officials yet. And, Coach, that was right in front of 2 of them back here. We saw it way after the play. A GRC player just pushes down Quincy Compton, and he is down on the ground as the training staff from Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy comes out to check on a very important player for Madison Central who missed most of his junior year with an injury, has come back, and he's been a huge piece of this team this year on both sides of the football. And not the way that you want to see a guy go down. That one happened so far away from the play and everything else. Yeah, that's good news.
It looked like he just kind of got the wind knocked out of him, and I'm surprised that didn't get called. It was 30 yards from the play. It was interesting. That was interesting. I'm shocked that didn't get called. It was right in front of those guys.
Yeah, 2 officials within 5 yards of it.
Yeah.
And
could have almost been shoved into an official right there, honestly.
Yeah, and the offense for GRC finally starting to get something going. Would have been very upsetting for them to have had a penalty there. Of course, they catch a break, and Coach Blair's still talking with the White Hat about the play and the incident, but Brooks will come in defensively for the Indians. Christian, a junior, has played quite a bit this year himself. And with a 3rd and 6 now for GRC, we'll see what Nestor does after running that option play on 2nd down.
This is the counter set from before. I could see the counter coming again, and it is.
He'll keep it himself.
Kept it out of the back.
Thank you to Davidson, and a big hole for Nestor. Canterbury hits him, and then Daly finishes him off. But a huge play for Nestor down to the 11-yard line for GRC.
That was their first 3rd down conversion in 5 quarters as well. Now they're massaging the offense. I call it massaging the offense. So they've run a counter play. They got a big hit off of it, and then they run it again, and somebody saw something in the box and said, hey, the DN's chasing backside. We can pull the ball out of the back. And they're starting to get some different wrinkles off of the things that are working.
So 7:02 to play. Central trying to keep the shutout intact. A big 1st and 10 for GRC with Nestor again lined up in the shotgun. With the tailback behind him, they'll run to the left side. And Daly comes in. Ball comes out.
That is free.
Central will pick it up. It's McElwee. Moose has been
another
so
touchdown?
good this year.
Is this another
Nobody
touchdown?
will catch him. Feet don't fail me now. McElwee lobs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Madison Central.
Is that his 4th defensive score?
Defensive score this year. 2 pick sixes, a fumble recovery in the end zone, and this one he takes back over 75 yards to the house.
Listen up, Kentucky. If this kid's not All-State, I don't know what All-State's meant for. He is Mr. Everything. Find another defensive player that's scored 4 touchdowns around the state this year. He's a fantastic football player.
34-0. There is a flag.
It's going to be excessive celebration, right?
Yeah, and Blair talking with Gavin Kinley down on the sideline. Is this one coming back? Was there a flag behind the play? Oh, it was a block in the back. Wow. Oh, man. That'll take out a huge play for McElwee. Yes, it happened behind the play. We'll see if we can see it. Can you go back to that replay, Aiden, real quick? We'll see if we can see it on the return. Again, you can see it here as Nestor pops there. Daly pops the football out. We'll see. It's right around the 25-yard line. We'll see if we can see Kinley
At this point, he's so far ahead. Everybody's just got to
really
stop playing. There's no point of doing anything.
Yeah, so you don't get to see the push there. And it might not have been Kinley that did it, but either way, Central set it up here with another opportunity to put this game away at the 20, or make it the 36-yard line. Madison Central football, another big defensive play. And it's the two guys, Coach, Daly and McElwee, converging to making big defensive plays for Madison Central.
Yeah, I hate that stat's going to come off the board for that young man because he's a kid that you'd like to see that stat go his way, but it doesn't negate what he did on the play by any means.
Exactly. So the flag occurred at around the 25-yard line, so a 10-yard penalty, 15-yard penalty, put it at the 36-yard line.
Someone may need to check on Coach Blair. He just lost his mind at the end of that play on the sideline. He was not happy, and I get it because that's frustrating.
I think he thought the officials also owed him one after not throwing the flag against GRC on the play with Compton. 2nd down and 8 now for the Indians. It's DeBruce in motion. They'll give it to Barnes. Corinthian up the gut, and a big play for Corinthian Barnes inside the 20, rolling all the way down to the 17-yard line, and a 1st and 10 Indians.
Put McElwee in and let him get a touchdown. Man, he deserves that one back, doesn't he?
He does need one. After all that, and McElwee has ran the ball twice this year on offense, according to the stats.
He needs to be an all-state selection. Yeah, we need to get that play on social media for him.
17-yard line. Burke splits out as a left tackle. Herbst looking around, scoping out the defense on 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. Back to Barnes. Corinthian this time not as much running room as Cohair and Snell blocking for him on that near side. Gain of about 4 yards. And that's the thing with Barnes. Even when it doesn't look like he's gotten any positive yardage, he picks up 4. It's 2nd down and 6.
Something he's really good at. And this isn't, I mean, you can coach this, but some kids just have a knack for it, is he can tell when it's going to be a big gain or if I need to drop my pads and just get what I can get. A lot of kids are like either a dancer or they're a bulldozer. He has both capabilities is what I love about him.
2nd down. He'll give it to Compton this time. Quincy fakes it inside, cuts it outside. A stiff arm. He'll stay on his feet and is finally going to be tackled. Good play defensively. It was striker Davidson that come in to finish off Quincy Compton. Quincy ran a long way to only pick up a few yards. 3rd and 3 now for Madison Central.
That's the first counter Central's run all night. It's the first counter I've seen them run in weeks. There was a nice kick-out block inside. I think if he gets vertical in B-gap, he probably hits his head on the goalpost. Some of these counters can take a little longer to develop. He kind of outran his blocker. If he tucks in up there a little bit more, I think there's even more yards. But he saw that green, and it's hard not to take it when you have his speed.
3rd and 3. Herbst sends DeBruce in motion. They'll give it to Davion. Trying to get outside. He will. DeBruce for the 2nd time tonight. A Whitaker Bank touchdown and a 34-0 lead as Davion DeBruce scores for the 2nd time. He's got 2. Lawson's got 2. And the Indians in round 2 are doing damage once again.
We talked about just how hard it is to block on the perimeter earlier. We were talking about Canterbury. Canterbury makes an amazing block outside there. He lets go just in time. He really had a lot to do with springing that play. That's a nice job by that young man. He's figuring out how to stalk on the perimeter, engage late, let go when you need to. It's an art, and he's figuring it out.
So Gilbo for the PAT. 3:54 remaining. High snap, kick is up. 35-0 Central, 3:54 to play in the first half on WEKY and WBON TV.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
We all have dreams. For some, it might be playing professional baseball like Keenan Wiley, former Madison Central baseball player, did. For others, maybe it's just dreaming of your forever home. Well, after a career of playing the game that he loved, now Keenan has another dream, helping you find that dream home. Check out the new development at Crutcher Pike Estates here in Richmond. Like Keenan Wiley Real Estate on Facebook, and let Keenan help guide you through the process of finding your dream home in Central Kentucky. Peyton Gilboa will kick it away for the Indians. Once again, last couple of times, Coach, he's done that pooch kick. Then one of them was recovered by the Indians on a fumble by GRC or a muffed return by the Cardinals.
He's on the left hash. That gives him the ability to pooch to the right side between the 20 and the 30 as a right-footed kicker. Normally, he's a right hash kicker. He
this
does
one going to go deep with it. And from the 2, it's returned.
What a kick. Gosh, that's a good kick.
Yeah, the return man had to go all the way to the sideline, and the Cardinals will have it at the 22-yard line. And some of these younger guys getting in there on special teams, Coach, and the Indians, a 35-0 lead, and the clock is running here with 3:20 to play already. Another running clock for Madison Central. 49-0 win over GRC a month ago, a 56-0 win last week in the first round against Dunbar, and a 35-0 lead with another running clock here in the first half against GRC in round 2.
I just don't know how the coaching association doesn't come together and address this when you're in the second round of the playoffs and getting running clocks in the first half still. It's just not set up correctly, in my opinion.
Nestor with McAwee kind of bearing down. Moose will be there in on the tackle of Davidson. Strikers had a good game. He's had a couple of nice runs for GRC, but nowhere to go there on first down. 2nd and 10 now for the Cardinals.
Nice job by Thurman. Got a good piece of him to slow him down there at the start. He's in the backfield quick.
And Thurman, that's what he can do for you. He's so fast coming off that edge, and a big piece of this defense. His first game this year was the first meeting with GRC, and he has continued to get better and better each week. Now back to a full throttle, William Thurman.
This is the first game he hasn't had that big arm brace on.
Yeah, you're right.
He's not all taped up on his elbow.
They'll go near Thurman here. Compton comes in to make the stop at the 30-yard line. Samantha Burford will be down there talking to Coach Blair at the end of the first half about all the things that he has seen. And, Samantha, ask Coach Blair about Moose and just what he is, how special it is to watch him play each and every single Friday night. He's continuing to make big plays for the Indians. 3rd down coming up. Cardinals letting this clock tick down, 1:35 now to play in the first half.
I'm glad we have her here to do the halftime.
Oh, yeah.
The halftime discussions.
3rd down with.
Here's that counter set.
Nestor going up to the line. He'll pop back now to his shotgun formation. McAwee again showing blitz. Moose will come in and bring down Nestor. He read it perfectly, Coach. He started out on the outside and then saw the space open up between the guard and the tackle on his side. He took that gap and annihilates Nestor on the tackle. 4th down and long for the Cardinals.
Yeah, they're 0 for 3 on 3rd and long tonight, GRC is. And, man, he's a good player, isn't he? He showed up in every game this season.
He's so much fun
every
to watch.
game this season.
I mean, when they've needed a big play, he's really been the spark. In the Douglas game, he was the guy that showed up then.
Yeah, he shows up. He plays 4 quarters at full throttle.
30 seconds to play now in the first half. Nestor, we'll see if they punt it here with him. He'll roll out to the far side, looking to throw. Nestor, pressure, drops it off, and out of bounds goes a teammate after the catch to the 30-yard line. So a turnover on downs. Indy's going to bring the offense back out, but it won't matter. First half is winding down, and we might get a stoppage, and they are going to stop the clock with 9 seconds to play in the half. So the official comes in with the two teams getting the offenses and defenses switched around. Now they'll run it, and the first half will come to an end.
Not sure why the clock stopped.
Never started. Just stopped. Yeah,
that was interesting. It stopped again. We're not.
Central called timeout. Okay. Indians want to call a timeout, stop the clock here with 2 seconds to play in this first half. 35-0 lead, and
they want another one.
Yeah, maybe just want to try and do something here. I think with them calling timeout, Coach, I would be shocked if the starting offense comes back out on the field in the third quarter.
And that's what it is. They're trying to just get reps at this point. Like
maybe try something here that they might throw in next week.
Yeah, these games don't – I mean, they're not helping them playing half games going into a big playoff third round. So I would have probably burned every one of mine.
Oh, we'll get a field goal attempt here.
Okay.
So this is why you call the timeout.
Yeah, and I'm okay with this. And it's not about the score. It's about working things. I mean – and this is why this isn't healthy to have rounds like this, because you got a team over here that's trying to get over the hump in the next round. It's not great for a team like GRC. It looks like they're running up the score. It looks like, but that's not what it is. They're trying to work the things they need to work to win next week, and that's what you have to do if you're Central right now.
Well, the only time they've really had a chance for a Gobo to kick was in the North Laurel game, and we saw all the chaos that created in that meeting with with North Laurel back early on in the season.
You see the confusion with who's on, who's off, and that's the kind of stuff you don't want to have happen next week. So I'm a fan of this call.
From the right hash mark, it's Peyton Gilboa. It'll be a 47-yard field goal for Peyton.
Oh, it might have the distance.
And that one is going to go through.
Good for that young man.
A 47-yard field goal for Peyton Gilboa. He tacks on 3, and the Indians take a 38-0 lead into the locker room. Samantha Burford is down there with Coach Blair.
That's a dynamic duo. You got to be happy with the play.
Well, it's one of those things you kind of hold on to your cards till that the last row, that fifth card come down. And we've got so many teams focusing on Corinthian and now the pitch and the option that now teams are going to have to start thinking about, all right, now there's another weapon. And then, Jeff Harrison, we're not putting him at wide receiver right now. He's working on his IT band, so that's a little extra speed. But no, Christian's doing a great job. And playing that tight end, he's figured out they can't find him as fast in this option. So it's good. We're still got some sophomore mistakes out there. Probably should have had a touchdown with the defense. Young man, he learned a very valuable lesson, but he's a tough-nosed kid.
I was going to ask you about that. You went a little off, and well, so.
Well, that's just going, the moment of the game and understanding that as the playoffs go on, that's a game-changing play, and you can't lose those. But he's, in the words of some of the guys that play for Alabama, that's called a butt chewing. And you learn to take them, and you move on, and that's part of growing up.
Now, Michael up in the box wants to know about Moose. How much fun is it to absolutely coach him?
It's really fun to coach him now. He's there's a reason he's called Moose. His dad, they talk about him being hard-headed, and he had a little nickname, but he has embraced what it means to play Madison Central football.
That's right.
And playing on Coach Chapman's defense, and he lives it, breathes it, and you see it. He eats it up.
That's right. All right, Coach, we'll let you get in there. It's going to be fun this halftime, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Always a good one. All right, we're going to take that 3-minute commercial break. When we come back, you'll hear all the halftime statistics, so don't go anywhere.
Hey! Oh my gosh, your husband is so hot. I know. No, like really hot. I know.
We've got to call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Is your AC unit not cooling? Call Joseph's Heating and Air. Your experts in fast, reliable AC maintenance and repair. They'll keep you cool when it matters most. Proudly serving Richmond, Lexington, and surrounding areas. Don't sweat it. Call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Hi, I'm Gwen from Gwen's Fine Jewelers, and we would love to invite you into our family-owned business. Select from our beautiful Valina designs, Carissa designs, or we can custom design your dream ring. Gwen's Fine Jewelers is your exclusive Kendra Scott boutique in Richmond. Special financing options available, on-site jewelry repair, and layaway. Find your dream ring at Gwen's. Gwen's Fine Jewelers, where dreams come true.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau. My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Wings or strips?
Wings.
No, strips. Guess I gotta flip a coin.
Famous last words.
Wings and strips.
You just can't lose with the split decision meal. Only at Lee's. Famous for a reason.
Your Lee's Famous Recipe locations are proud supporters of our local Madison County High School sports teams. Have dinner tonight before the game at Lee's Berea, just off I-75 at exit 76, or swing by Lee's Richmond, 1000 Center Drive. Since 1974, Linville Insurance has proudly served our community with values that stand the test of time: family, integrity, and service. We lead with kindness, do what's right, help others, and stay informed so you can trust us with what matters most. As a proud Shepherd Insurance partner, we offer the strength of a large agency with the heart of a local one. From business to home, auto, farm, life, and employee benefits, we are your one-stop insurance advisor. Join the Linville Insurance family and experience the difference.
Welcome back in to WBON TV and the Madison County Health Department Halftime Show. If you live, work, or study in Madison County and are at least 18 years of age, the Madison County Health Department is asking you to take a 5-minute survey to share your thoughts on health needs in Madison County to identify issues for community action. There is a post pinned at the top of the WBON TV Facebook page with a link for the survey, and you can also enter to win one of 30 different gift cards for random people who take the survey. This anonymous survey is voluntary and part of the Madison County Community Health Assessment Research Study. And with more on that, we'll hear from some of our community leaders here and a message from the Madison County Health Department.
It's easy to take your health for granted, so you may not think much about your community's health either. But let's just take just a few moments to do so.
Every 5 years, a survey called the Community Health Assessment is offered for residents to share their perspective on the overall health of Madison County and its 2 cities.
Information from the anonymous survey will be used to set goals for our community's health and well-being for years to come. Visit this link to participate in the Community Health Assessment. Thank you for your time and for your perspective.
Thank you for your time and for your perspective.
Thank you for your time and for your perspective.
And again, for more on that, you can like the Madison County Health Department Facebook page here at the half. And it has been a big performance once again by Madison Central, a 38-0 lead. As Coach, they came out, we talked about the keys to the game, just doing what you do. Kind of come out here, put your dominance on them early, and they have done just that and never looked back again.
They look better than they looked 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They look better than they looked last week. They're getting better. I love the new wrinkles in the special teams, especially. You've seen some new wrinkles offensively. They're getting guys a lot of reps. They're staying healthy. I mean, things are lining up. I don't know who they're going to play third round, but they're putting themselves in position to have a good third round next week with what they're doing, I think.
Madison Central and GRC here. We will have some scores from around the area here during the halftime show as well. Your halftime stats are sponsored by Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers. Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers is the name that sells. With over 25 years of experience in the auction industry, Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers are investing their time and resources into generating buyers to bid on your auction. Learn more at PruittAuctioneers.com and register to bid on some great auctions currently going on with Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers. Tell you what, you look at the first half numbers here. Madison Central with a 44-yard touchdown with Quincy Compton, his second touchdown of the season. A 30-yard touchdown catch from Christian Lawson, his fifth touchdown of the season. That was with 3:07 remaining in the first quarter. Davion DeBruce got on the board with a 24-yard touchdown run late in the first quarter. And then the Indians with another touchdown catch from Lawson, this time 25 yards out, 8:57 to play in the first half. And there was an 18-yard touchdown again by Davion DeBruce, 3:54 to go in the second quarter. And they capped off all their scoring with a 47-yard field goal from Peyton Gilbo, took a 38-0 lead at the half.
And I think we have to mention a Moose McElway scoop and score from about 60 out that got called back for a penalty. But what a play that was, too, man.
And that play really was – I think it was like they were inside the 20. GRC was getting ready to score, and it was Daly that knocked the ball out.
Daly had a huge hit on him, yeah.
McElway scooped it up, went the distance. It was a play behind the play that negated that big touchdown from McElway. Would have been his 4th defensive touchdown of the year, but instead it was Davion DeBruce who capped off another impressive drive by Central, and they took that 38-0 lead here at the half. Again, it is the Madison County Health Department halftime show. If you live, work, or study in Madison County and are at least 18 years of age, the Madison County Health Department is asking you to take a 5-minute survey to share your thoughts on health needs in Madison County to identify issues for community action. There is a post up now on the WBON TV Facebook page with a link for the survey, and you can enter to win one of 30 gift cards for random people who take it. This anonymous survey is a voluntary, and it is a part of the Madison County Community Health Assessment Research Study. Before we go to commercial break, once again, let's hear from those community leaders. We've got Mayor Blythe, Mayor Bruce Furley from Berea, and Reagan Taylor, the Madison County Judge Executive. We'll hear from them, then we'll go to another commercial break, and when we come back, we'll look at some scores from around the state. A couple of big ones we're keeping our eye on. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on WEKY and WBON TV.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Founded by Kentuckians for Kentuckians, Whitaker Bank is a uniquely Kentucky bank committed to the communities it serves. At Whitaker Bank, you'll find personalized service, a dedication to excellence, and a genuine desire to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us at any of our conveniently located branches or go to whitakerbank.com to learn how Whitaker Bank can serve you. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Buying this boat was a total no-brainer.
Okay, I get it. You say no-brainer and the guy with no brain shows up.
I'm sorry, we met our new boat.
For a new boat? You don't call me. You call State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is...
There?
I was gonna say that.
He's right. The State Farm agent can help you choose the right coverage for your new boat and your RV. It's kind of a no-brainer. Easy decision.
All right.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you tired of living with the pain and discomfort that comes with getting older? If you're like me, then sometimes just getting up can be a challenge. At Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy in Richmond, their experts are here to help get you back in the game. Whether it's a sports injury, recovering from an accident, or just the aches and pains that come with age, they'll connect you with someone who can put together a personalized treatment plan and deliver long-lasting results. Visit osptky.com to get started, or go by and see former Madison Central graduate Heather Kleins.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Honor, integrity, excellence. When it comes to protecting your home, rely on the experts who have served our country. At VC Veterans Contracting, our mission is to make your home feel safe. Our customers constantly rate us 5 stars for our expertise and professionalism. Trust your roof to the veterans who served. Call VC Veterans Contracting today or scan the code on screen for a free quote. VC Veterans Contracting, your roof, our mission.
back here at the half. Again, it's Madison Central, a 38-0 lead here over GRC at the half. And, Coach, we're looking around at some of the other scores around the area. And these scores are served up by Gillum's Sports Lounge here in Richmond. And how about the new Gillum's Island? If you've never been to Gillum's Island, you're really missing out. It's a play on Gilligan's Island, and Jeff opened up a new place over on South Porter Drive. You can find out more about Gillum's Island on their Facebook page, but serving up the same great food as Gillum's Sports Lounge with an added twist of seafood added to the menu as well over at Gillum's Island. A couple of big scores we're paying attention to. Ballard and Ryle is one of the big ones. Ballard right now a 14-7 lead over Ryle. That one was midway through the first quarter. And if Ballard wins and Central wins and Douglas wins, that would mean that Central would go to Frederick Douglass next week instead of Trinity, who right now is leading their game big. Ryle at the moment trailing 14-7 against Ballard. Covcath and Johnson Central, a big lead for Covcath in that one. Frederick Douglass, a 21-7 lead over Bryan Station in the first half. Manual and Mill are tied at 7. And St. X leads Bullitt East 36-7. Most of those games just getting underway with a 7:30 kickoff. Again, our game here kicking off at 7 o'clock tonight. So that's why some of those games are just now midway through the first quarter. Here in Richmond, we're midway through the game on a 38-0 lead for Madison Central. Again, here on the Madison County Health Department halftime show. Go right now to the WBON TV Facebook page. The video that we've been showing you here during the game is there, and you can take part of that survey. Again, this is all about just trying to identify safety concerns within the county of Madison. Whether you live in Richmond or Berea, if you're a student at EKU, if you live, work, or study in Madison County and are at least 18 years of age, you need to take this survey and do your part with the Madison County Health Department. This is an anonymous survey. It's voluntary and part of the Madison County Community Health Assessment Research Study. Coach, pretty good first half for the Indians, and now we'll start to see some of these younger guys filter in. There'll be some of the starters still out there. You want to kind of keep them crisp and things going, but I mean, I would assume guys like Compton that have been kind of nipped up the last couple of weeks might see their evening come to an end.
Yeah, I would think so. They may want to come out with another series crisp on O, just knowing they've got a big game next week, but hard to say at this point. A couple of close games around the state, but for the most part, it's what we expect.
Yeah.
I saw Trinity was up 36-0 on Simon Kenton in the second quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand why it's done this way.
Well, and you look at Central here. Now, what they have done tonight is they have used this to kind of work on some things.
Which is great.
It is, because we've seen a few added wrinkles and maybe some things that they've done throughout the year, but they haven't done a whole lot.
Offense has looked a lot less predictable this evening.
It has. We were talking about Dominique Hopkins earlier. He's actually down there walking right now, seeing what a young running back like he used to doing here for Madison Central. But it's kind of been a quiet night for Corinthian Barnes. No scores, 20 of them coming into the season or coming into the game tonight on the season. He's been quiet tonight, but mainly because the other guys are sprinkling it around tonight.
Yeah, and that's the way you're going to be more well-rounded going into next week. They're going to flip on the film if it's Douglas, and they're going to go, okay. They're not just run and dive.
Yeah.
We've got to now, do I think they're going to change a bunch? No, I think they're going to say we're going to do what we do, and we're going to put 9 in the box, and we're going to make them beat us with the other things.
Yeah.
But that's okay because you've been practicing them. And I like that they're doing some things in special teams, as we talked about, that could lead to takeaways in the next week or two. Hopefully they've worked some fake punt scenarios, some things like that, because they've not punted much this year at all. So hopefully they've done some wrinkles in that as well going into next week.
But you've seen, they're 2 for 2 through the air tonight. Both of them going for long touchdowns to Lawson. We've seen, Davion DeBruce get involved some. He's got a pair of touchdowns. Compton's got the run. So they are mixing it up, but it's good to also, I think you don't want to wear down Corinthian Barnes. Now, that kid is an absolute beast. So he can handle a load. But
he's a guy that needs the carries to get in the rhythm, I feel like.
Exactly.
But I get what they're doing, and it makes total sense because he may be a big workhorse next week. But, I think keeping the offense a little less vanilla, a little more mix in there. Always a big fan of that. I just think anything you can do that makes it harder to defend you, and things you can do that makes the defense have to work on something else the next week matter.
Stay tuned in the post game. We'll have our Jack Burford Chevrolet drive to victory, and we'll have our Precision Gas Plumbing Hot Player of the Game. It's coming up in the CG Bank post game show. We'll also have our final verdict, which looks like it'll be leaning toward Madison Central with a running clock already in effect as we start the third quarter from here in Richmond. Cardinals will punt it away. Indians have DeBruce back to return. They're expecting some type of trickery from the Cardinals. DeBruce is lined up at the 20-yard line. Everybody else sandwiched between the 35 and the 50.
Yeah, they're expecting something a little short here, it looks like, which if I'm GRC, I'm kicking an onside or doing something different here to try to get back in this game.
Yeah, the officials getting ready here, and
I've got a surprising score for you. West Jesmond up 10-7 on North Laurel at halftime.
Wow, that is
very surprising score right there.
This one's going to be kicked to the far sideline, and it'll go out of bounds. I actually saw a GRC coach run down the field and kind of point to where he wanted the kicker to spot that football. He put it right where that guy, that coach wanted it, but it just happened to go out of bounds where the coach was standing.
He was kicking it to coach.
So Central gets great field position. The offense will stay out on the field. This will probably be the last drive of the game for guys like Herbst and Lawson, Canterbury. You got Jeff Hairston in there, DeBruce.
Do we see pass number 3?
I mean,
if you're working wrinkles.
I tell you what, if we're going to throw it, I want to see my guy Jeff Hairston get involved with the catch.
Which he said he's not playing receiver tonight. Coach said that at halftime. He said they weren't using him as much because his IT band was getting tired of something Coach said at halftime.
Okay, for Hairston.
Yeah. Now, Canterbury's out there.
Yeah, well, Hairston's lined up here on the near side.
He is, isn't he? He's kind of in a wing position, isn't he?
I tell you what, let's give Jeff a run. Maybe that's what they're going to do. Maybe they'll line him up and give him a run.
Maybe a fly give. We've seen a couple fly sweeps tonight. Jet sweep, fly sweep, fly. There's so many. You know how many names there are for the same plays, by the way? I mean, it's unbelievable how many different names you can call for the same play in different offenses.
It's kind of crazy too with your, when your blocking schemes and run in the run game too. You could have a dive, a trap, a lead.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and all those things are kind of the same thing. It's just a different guy moving up front.
It is, and some of them, there's like 5 names for the same play. That's a trap, by the way, right there to Mathis.
Mathis gets a 1.5 yards on a first down carry. Indians mixing in some of these younger guys, even with some of these veterans up front. You got Burke and Muncie and number 67, that's Snell. All these guys up front doing their job and making some big plays for the Indians. But glad to see some of these younger guys getting in on the mix. Mathis and Parker have had a lot of opportunities this year, especially in games like this. And Mathis is lined back up in that fullback spot. Hairston and DeBruce are your wings, and Canterbury here on the near side.
No, they're trying to tighten him back down. He's confused.
Yeah, Canterbury was not lined up in the correct spot. He'll have a delay of game. And even in this, Coach, again, these are things that you've got to work out. You do not want those type of penalties to happen in a tight game as we go throughout the rest of this postseason run.
Tells me a lot about Herbst at quarterback. I've always thought he's a field general, but when he's yelling at his receiver to line up the correct way, like a lot of guys get under center and they don't notice those things. He knows what every guy in his offense is supposed to be doing. Looks like a different play call. There's that fly
There
give.
it is. It's to Hairston and Jeff. Oh, man. It was Striker Davidson who struck hard on Jeff Hairston back to the 32-yard line. I want to get Jeff some run here, but, man, that one was a hard hit.
Well, it's just a missed block.
Yeah.
I mean, he saw a guy blocked that got off the block pretty quick, and it made for a tough hit.
3rd and 13 as we dip under 8:40 to play in a running clock in Richmond.
Yeah, this half's going to go real fast. The offense gets clicking here. It's the first 3rd and long they've had in 2 weeks. Extra long. Yeah, he's trying to get some guys lined up right, isn't he?
Yeah, Hairston now to the left side. DeBruce in motion. He'll give it to Mathis, and Mathis upended as he goes across the 35 to the 36-yard line, and Central will punt. Not a bad thing here, Coach, because now you have to go line up to punt. You have to punt it with Gilbo.
Yeah.
So not a terrible thing here to punt for the first time tonight. First time in 2 weeks.
Couple weeks, yeah.
They've had to punt it with Peyton Gilbo.
Nice little somersault to get in that run. It was a nice tackle by GRC there. That's where those reps, Mathis will learn to, get over that guy, pick his knees up. Just young guys in there. So a little shift. Got them to jump. They shifted up front, and they got the guys to jump. I've not seen them shift on punt like that before. That was interesting.
So now do you line the offense back up when you get 5 yards?
I don't know. We're going to see. I probably not, but a lot of people get confused on that sometimes. Where the linemen on punt, they're the guys on the line of scrimmage. They don't have their hands down.
Yeah.
So they can shift one time, full shift, as long as they don't look like they're simulating a snap, which I think they did. But as long as their hand's not down, they can freely shift. Like the swinging gate scenario.
Gilbo awaits the snap.
They didn't do it that time.
Get it away cleanly, and this will be fair caught at the 28-yard line. It was Hayden Cecil, the junior, that fair caught it, and the Cardinals take over at their own 28. 6:50 to play in the third quarter. And I'm starting to see some of these younger guys come in on defense as well. Christian Brooks back in the game. We've got Parker running off.
I'm in score overload right now between looking at Kentucky scores and then the women's NCAA soccer tournament started tonight. I'm a soccer dad now, We're a soccer household nowadays.
And she's playing for who now? It's like a club team?
She plays for the LSC club.
Okay.
Yeah, my daughter does. So she spends, we all do, but she spends a lot of time up there working with the club and some of the older teams and stuff as well. So it's been good.
GRC going to let Nestor just go to work here in the shotgun. He'll look to throw. Dropping back, letting it fly. And
Holding.
That pass is going to be...
That's pass interference all day.
Yeah, Jakari Estel-Boyd, the youngster, trying to just stay in front of the intended receiver. That drew a lot of flags on that play.
I mean, that's a tough deal. The ball's underthrown, and he's running a go route, so he's in a tough position there to just stop with the receiver. So it's not a terrible mistake from a young guy.
Yeah, just a sophomore, Estel-Boyd. We've seen him get some run.
He's got some athleticism in him. I've seen him move well. Yeah,
speed.
He's a longer kid too. Like, he's got good length. I think he's got big time upside.
You look at guys like Estel-Boyd. You've got Canterbury out there along with Gavin Kinley. They've got a lot of speed in that back end, and some of these younger guys who are getting some run right now. And guys like Kinley and Canterbury are more full-time players, whereas Estel-Boyd's still kind of learning his role and how to develop as a young player. 1st and 10, they're going to throw again. Steps up in the pocket, takes off with it, and gets around the defense of Johnson. A big play up the field for Nestor. He'll take it and run out of bounds, but a flag comes in. I think Nestor knew the flag was against his team. Didn't want to waste any more time. Runs out of bounds to stop the play, but this one's coming back.
Yeah, spreading the field. If you really look back on the season, the only run yards that have been effective against Central all year have been out of the spread.
Yeah.
Great crossing, spread them out, ran the ball a little bit. So got some positive yards in it.
St. X did the same thing.
St. X, North Laurel.
Yeah.
Spread and ran with the quarterback a little bit. So it is definitely something that's been a better way to move the ball against them this year.
Yeah, you're not really going to run up the middle against this Central defense.
You're going to have a hard time lining up in 21, 20, and 22 personnel and gaining yards on these guys. You're exactly right. They're really good in the box.
So the football back to the 46-yard line.
The other thing is when you spread them out, you put Moose out of the box.
Yeah.
And that changes things when he's not in the box.
Lined up here in the slot defending, and he'll come out of that slot, attack the quarterback. Nestor looking to throw. He'll drop it off, and that pass is caught on the far sideline. And that's one thing that we really haven't seen a lot the last couple of weeks. Dunbar with a backup quarterback never really got their offense going. GRC here with Nestor, who's a running back, playing quarterback. Their passing game hasn't got going. But that's really been the Achilles heel of the Madison Central defense is the pass game.
Well, one of the things I was going to say that I think hurts them these last 2 weeks is just no good passing team to go against, and they're getting some of that now, which is actually, this is really good for the defense.
Davidson picks up a nice catch.
Like really good for the defense.
McElwee tripped him up as he got across the 30 and down to the 26, make it the 27-yard line. But this is what you need to see as GRC's going hurry up as well.
Why have they waited?
Where's this been?
This is the stuff I don't understand.
Yeah. They're running a guy on late. They'll put him in the slot to the right side. And
he doesn't know the play.
No.
He just came flying out there.
Nestor steps up in the pocket, tripped up by McElwee.
So something they do is when they're in a 2x2 spread offense, McElwee plays out of the box, but they put him to the boundary. They put him to the boundary because it's a smaller side of the field so they can bring him in a blitz package more. So it's good. It's because there's less field over there to defend for the other players. So they can blitz him off the perimeter more when they do that. So a lot of times when he's out of the box to the boundary, he is coming on a blitz in some sort. 3rd and 3?
3rd and 3.
First 3rd and 3 tonight.
Yeah.
They had one in the first drive, but then they got a penalty.
It went back. Yeah. We'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Again, in the shotgun is Nestor. He'll hand it off to Davidson. Davidson hit, tripped up, and again it was McElwee along with Cohair to make the stop to the 25-yard line. It'll be 4th and 1 for the Cardinals with 1:55 to play.
We go back to that same okay, let's just run the ball downhill at him, which has not been effective all season. I don't know. Interesting.
So 4th and 1. Nestor will come back into the huddle after getting the play call in.
It's still nice out. It's still very warm tonight, isn't it?
Going to be, I think, in the mid-60s tomorrow with
that's awesome.
Both Kentucky and EKU playing at home. 4th down, Nestor will keep it himself. Right up the gut.
Oh.
Broke a tackle from Daly, and Brooks comes in. A nice tackle by Brooks in open field. Down to the 16-yard line for GRC, and they're going to at least get one more playoff here in this 3rd quarter. 1:10 to play in this 3rd period.
We don't see our linebackers miss too many tackles like that. Daly usually a very, very sure tackler, so that's not something you see very often. They're starting to look like North Laurel's offense with that little quarterback they had that I thought was a very impressive football player.
Nestor with trips right, tied into the left side. They'll give it to Davidson up the middle. Daly is there to make the stop.
He didn't miss that time, did he? Nice hit.
Gain of 2 across the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll actually give him 3 yards. So 2nd and a long 7, short 8 for GRC, and they will get one more playoff before the quarter comes to a close.
I'm putting my quarterback on the run if I'm him. Down here in the red zone, give him some space.
Shift Davidson over to the right side.
He's rolling right.
Trips to this side as well. He'll look, go to the left, back in, and that one was almost picked off. Canterbury actually got a hand on the pass. It falls incomplete, and GRC will call a timeout to stop the 3rd quarter clock. So before the 3rd quarter will come to an end, GRC called a timeout to stop the clock.
Didn't get the clock. The clock operator didn't get the memo.
No,
I don't think.
See how much time they're going to add. 2 seconds, I believe. Yep, 2 seconds back on the clock.
That's the second timeout with 2 seconds on the clock tonight. You couldn't do that again if you tried.
So 3rd down and about 8 for GRC. Need to get to the 6-yard line, and they're at the 16, so 3rd and 8.
They've converted 1 3rd down tonight that I've tracked so far. So,
and I want to make sure I got this right. So we got the football at the 16-yard line. Trying to see what that 1st down marker is.
On the
now they fixed. Okay, it is 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8.
Yeah, they moved it up to the.
They've got to get to the 5-yard line.
The 14, so it's 3rd and 9. We'll get it right eventually.
3rd and 8-ish. 3rd and a long 8. 3rd and a long 8.
Long 8, short
They
9.
need more than 5, less than 10. That's what we know right now.
That's where we are here.
Either way, it's not looking good. It's not looking good here.
And Nestor with, again, trips right, one receiver left, tailback to his left, and Davidson. They'll look to throw into the end zone, and that pass is caught. Oh, what a throw. Nicely done, and it's caught by a Cardinal wide receiver. The touchdown to Hayden Cecil. And GRC scores at the end of the third quarter. Their first touchdown of the season. Took them almost 7 complete quarters, Coach, but they finally are able to put up 6 against the Indians.
Yeah, it was a nice, really nice throw. Back shoulder throw like that. That takes time and practice. That's not something you just show up and do. So impressive with their ability to connect on that. He had a wheel route coming behind him out of the backfield that I thought was going to be the throw. I thought that was going to be what he hit, but nice catch by that young man. Hard to defend. I thought it was great coverage.
Wyatt Jackson on for the extra point. High snap. Nestor gets it down. The kick is through the upright. So GRC on the board. 38-7. We'll go to the fourth quarter in Richmond. Indians on top. Big 38-6 on WEKY and WBON TV. The constant changing of the weather in Kentucky can hit hard. That's why having Madison HVAC on your side is so important. Don't waste time. Schedule a maintenance check on your HVAC system and make sure it's ready to handle the constant changing of the weather that comes with living in Kentucky. Your comfort is their promise. Like Madison HVACR Inc. on Facebook or schedule your maintenance checkup at 859-625-1471. Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers have over 24 years experience in the auction industry. Whether you're selling real estate, personal property, or liquidating your assets, Pruitt & Sons can help take your property to auction and walk you through the process. Serving all over Central Kentucky, visit PruittAuctioneers.com. And remember, Angela Pruitt for all your real estate needs as well. Back to the action here in Richmond as the Indians await the fourth quarter kickoff and a 38-7 lead.
Onside, something tricky here. Nope.
Going to go deep with it, and it'll go into, Davion DeBruce's hands at the 4-yard line. So Davion got some work to do. DeBruce cuts it back. A flag comes in to the 22-yard line, and more laundry on the field. It's not been a very clean game for Madison Central tonight, Coach.
Yeah. I will say, though, you've got your hands teams on the field there, and they kick the ball deep. Holding can happen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a tough scenario. I don't know. I don't think it's been a super ugly game. It's just there's been some little things here and there. But it hasn't had the feel of being a messy game to me.
I liked what Coach Blair said, too, about the mistake by Kenley. Those are teaching moments in a game like this.
Yeah.
You cannot let a moment like that, a touchdown like that, go off the board if you're playing against Trinity next week or Frederick Douglass. You got to have all your P's and Q's ready to go next week.
Yeah, no doubt.
Carson Herbst will hand it off to the near side, and a 38-7 lead with the running clock here in the fourth quarter now. 10:40 to play. Do want to have some more scores around the area for you. Ryle, with 8:43 to go in the second quarter, leads Ballard 21-14. A high-scoring game there between Ryle and Ballard. Was trying to see the Douglas Bryan Station score. Got Jarrett Peck at the moment looking up that one. The Lexington Herald leader. Douglas with an interception. They lead 28-7 at the half over Bryan Station. Here's Herbst pitching it out to DeBruce. Davion to the far side.
Nice block.
He got a first down at the 20-yard line.
Nice block by Canterbury coming back down and digging out the safety. One I just got an update on at halftime. Pulaski County 42 over South Laurel 0 at halftime. 42-0 at halftime.
Yeah, not a lot of close scores right now. Ballard Ryle might be the only one we've seen.
I mean, that and Johnson Central Cove Cath was knotted up in the third quarter at 21, and I think Lawrence County and Rock was a pretty tight game there. I think it was 16-10 maybe.
And off to Barnes to the 26-yard line. So third and 5.
Still got the guys in, I mean, the game's close enough that you can still play your guys. I think that's smart at this point. I like that. I think as much rep and as crisp as you can be is good this late in the season.
So 2nd down and 6. 2nd and 5. Long 5, short 6.
Overload here.
Carson hands it off to Barnes. Corinthian, a big hole, cuts it back, and daylight in front of him. Barnes hit from behind and brought down as he got it across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 8:40 to play here in this 4th quarter as their clock continues to run and the Indians just trying to wind it on down, Coach.
I've been impressed with the discipline of the central play calling tonight for the simple reason you could have given that guy the ball all night and he could have 300 yards and rode this game out like it was nothing, and they haven't done that. And that's a good thing that they've worked other avenues tonight.
I think Mathis is the recipient of that handoff. Wiley to the 43-yard line. Big Bro was up here somewhere. Where's Brian at? He's still up here? Oh, he's over here. How far was Wiley got to go to catch you? Long way? Long way. To the 43-yard line, Mathis takes the handoff. Now, I was looking up some of the numbers. We talked about Bryant's last 2 years, and Wiley, just a sophomore. He's got a big future ahead of him. 2nd down and 8 for Central. It's in DeBruce in motion. It's Mathis again. Breaks a tackle. Wiley down inside the 20-yard line. And showed you a burst of speed, Coach, right there at the end of that play.
He heard Big Bro talking smack up here and decided he's going to try to take one to the house, didn't he?
Almost broke that one down to the 19-yard line.
He's going to be a great player, man. They're going to have some bruisers in the backfield next year.
Yeah,
I think some T formation or some triple I might have to be put in next year.
Yeah, you still got guys like Kenley who can run it. That'll be returning next year. Jeff Hairston's back next season.
Barnes.
Yeah, Barnes. 1st and 10. He's the big bruiser as Mathis gets it again, running straight up the gut, and he'll take it in. A Whitaker Bank touchdown. Whoa, no signal
no
yet.
signal. They're gonna mark him down on about the half yard, and they're robbing one from him. Oh man!
Yeah, took that one from Mathis. 19-yard run inside the 1-yard line. Let's give it to him one more time and cap it off.
And another score: Danville 7, Somerset 6 at halftime.
That's a close one.
Yeah.
That's a close one. There are a few close games around the area.
Yeah, not many though. You're right.
Douglas, a big lead over.
You got to give him the ball here, right?
100%.
I mean, you got to give him the ball.
Yeah, Kurt Herbst having a conversation.
He just turned around and said, "I'm going to hand it to you on my right hip." There it is on his right hip.
Yeah, untouched in the end zone. Whitaker Bank touchdown for Wiley and Mathis.
Good for him.
38-7 now, 44-7 Madison Central as they give it to Wiley, the younger brother of Bryant, who did it so many times during his career, and it's baby brother getting 6 this time for Madison Central. 5:44 remaining here in this one.
He's got a bright future here. I just think he's going to be a really, really good player. He's playing a lot of positions on defense. Really like the way he plays. He's a hard-nosed kid.
A lot of guys to choose from for our hot player of the game tonight. Well,
you know where my vote's going.
I know. We talked about it already. Your guy.
I'm biased.
PAT is good. 45-7. Madison Central on top. We'll be right back on WEKY and WBON TV.
When life gets complicated, you need someone who understands. Since 2003, Blevins Law has navigated real estate closings, wills, estates, car accidents, and personal injury cases with care and clarity. If your family has experienced death or injury, make Blevins your first call.
Blevins Law. Compassionate, reliable, real. Call 859-985-5410 to hire Blevins Law for the win. Office is located at 400 Richmond Road, North Berea, or search blevinslaw.net to contact them today.
Gillum Sports Lounge isn't just a place for good food and hospitality. It's about gathering with family and friends, satisfying those taste buds, and cheering on your favorite team. You can't go wrong with one of their delicious burgers, salads, pizzas, or one of their many appetizers. Order online or stop in and see for yourself why Gillum Sports Lounge has been a staple in Richmond for almost 20 years. Located inside the Richmond Mall. Gillum Sports Lounge. Like them on Facebook to see more.
So Gilbo to kick it away. We dip under 4 minutes to play This running clock has definitely shortened things from here in Richmond. And Peyton Gilboa will do one final kickoff, we think, for Madison Central.
Update, Cov Cath just took a 27-21 lead over Johnson Central. I guess it was a quarterback, had a nice little run play. That's a barn burner, man. Lawrence County's up 24-10 on Rock. 3 minutes to go in the third.
Yeah, this one, 2 guys converge on it. The second guy is going to take off in a burst of speed himself. Oh, nice job by Kinley. Kinley just grabs the jersey again, able to bring down the return man. And GRC will try to get their second score of the game. Central will advance to round 3. And it's region championship week, right, Coach? Round 3?
Yes. That's when you really start to separate
the men from the boys.
Yeah, I mean, it really is like, you know, when I first started coaching in Kentucky, my first year was 2011. We didn't make the playoffs because you had to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So my first year, we set at home round 1. So I think it meant a little more when you had to get in at least than just everybody in.
First down for GRC, 2:45 to play. We'll see if Nestor can march them down the field one more time. Got 4 wide, 2 receivers each side for Nestor. Tailback Davidson to his right.
Got some young guys on the field.
Going to look to throw, dropping back all kinds of time. And
really good. No, bad call.
Yeah, that
he was there right in time with the ball there. If he had tackled him, what would have been the difference? I think that's a bad call.
Receiver went up to get it, and Kinley just pushed him to try to knock it loose.
I didn't think he was early personally, but that's why they get paid the big bucks, man.
So that'll be a first down for GRC.
They've not had many of those. No. Now, they had in the second half. They've moved the ball a little bit in the second half out of their spread, haven't they?
Yeah, got Mathis in there defensively now. Still got Gavin Kinley, who just made the play there defensively. Jakari Estel Boyd. Some of these young guys seeing some run. Christian Brooks, who's played well in some spot time today. Going to go deep. Nestor just putting it downfield. And it's going to be another flag. This one will come out. Whoop, no flag yet. Oh, they're going to say incomplete.
They're not gonna, and he grabbed his jersey. Now, that was a PI. Yeah. He pulls his – you see him pull him back to him. And then – but what are you going to do, man?
Hey, stop it by any means necessary. I tell you what, no shutout tonight, but this Madison Central defense, when the starters were out there, played quite well once again against GRC. And
that was a freshman.
Yeah.
Strange is a freshman.
Cardinals going to talk it over again. Minute 9 to play. Let's take one more commercial break. We'll be right back on WEKY, WBON TV.
The holidays can stress even the best planners. Between travel, shopping, family, and everything else, you and your budget can get stretched thin fast. With CVMB checking powered by Bazing, you can make the most of the season. Score shopping discounts, save on travel, get roadside assistance, and even get paid up to 2 days early. All in one checking account that helps you make the most of the season. CVMB. Bank better.
Looking for a fiesta on a Thursday night? Head over to El Mejor Mexican Restaurant in Richmond. Karaoke Thursdays at 6 p.m. Grab the mic, sing your heart out, and enjoy $2.99 margaritas all night long. And don't forget, El Mejor is the only Mexican restaurant in town with a delicious lunch buffet served fresh every weekday. El Mejor, where every meal feels like a celebration. Located at 830 Eastern Bypass in the Old Richmond Mall. Nos vemos pronto.
Back to the action here. GRC's quarterback Nestor takes off with it, and he'll get it down to the 35-yard line. So second down coming up. We're less than a minute to play. Cardinals just trying to get a few more plays off for these guys that are still out there doing their thing for GRC. Don't forget, stick around for the CG Bank postgame show. Lots of fun stuff coming up following the conclusion of this game as the Cardinals will throw it over the middle. Nestor's pass falls incomplete. That one just a straight drop by the wideout. That'll be the 30 seconds to play now. We'll see if GRC tries to get one more play off.
West Jesmond 17, North Laurel 14 in the start of the fourth quarter. I would not have guessed that. I would not have guessed that.
Yeah, I think even Covcath Johnson Central, that's a fun one too.
Yeah, it really is.
And one more play for the Cardinals on fourth down. Nestor looking to throw. He'll let it fly into the end zone. That pass is going to be incomplete. Through the hands of the intended target. Nestor put it on the money, and it falls incomplete. And Madison Central, for the second week in a row, a blowout victory. And they'll head into the regional championship game next week. The question is, where will they be going? They will be on the road for sure. We'll find out where as the rest of the night concludes. But, folks, our final verdict is in. And tonight it's Madison Central winning 45-7 over the Cardinals of George Rogers Clark. When you want results that win, like the Indians' performance tonight, trust Blevins Law Office in Berea. You can like the Facebook page of Blevins Law Office right now. And when the time comes and you need an attorney on your side, trust Blevins Law. We'll close things out on the other side and come back with the CG Bank postgame show. We'll have our Jack Burford Chevrolet drive to victory and our Precision Gas Plumbing hot player of the game. On the other side, back in 3 minutes on WEKY and WBON TV.
Precision Gas Plumbing is affordable, fast, and reliable. A local fireplace dealer that offers gas, wood, or electric fireplaces, grills, outdoor heating options, and propane tanks. They also offer existing fireplace services, gas line installs, repairs, and propane delivery. Serving Madison, Fayette, Laurel, Rockcastle, Pulaski, and other surrounding counties. Trust Precision Gas Plumbing and stay warm and save money on your electric bill. Like them on Facebook or call 859-228-0077.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Cars of Kentucky is a proud sponsor of Eastern Kentucky University Athletics. In Richmond, we bleed maroon. Go Colonels. And when you're ready for your next pre-owned automobile, swing on over to Cars of Kentucky. Cars of Kentucky has vehicles starting at $3,000 and up, so we literally have something for every budget. 356 Big Hill Avenue in Richmond, or check them out, carsofkentucky.com. Let's go Colonels.
Cars break down. Tires go flat. Check engine lights show up at the worst possible time. Don't break the bank fixing your car when ABR Auto Recyclers has you covered. They have good used tires, a huge selection of parts, and they can get a large selection of aftermarket parts shipped overnight. They're just a quick drive down 4 Mile, and you can't miss them on Box Ankle Road. You can save 50 to 75% off retail prices. Go see Scott and the gang or check them out online at abrautorecyclers.net.
You know what they say. Every great season starts with a strong lineup. Need agility? The Trailblazer cuts through traffic like a wide receiver in the red zone. Power? The Silverado handles work and tailgates like a linebacker on a mission. And if you're ready to go electric, the Equinox EV has the range to go all the way. No matter your game plan, Jack Burford Chevrolet has the vehicle that suits your drive. Stop in, suit up, and let's kick off your next adventure.
Welcome back into the broadcast here. It's now time for the CG Bank postgame show. And CG Bank wants you to know that you're taken care of wherever life takes you. Ask about Kasasha Cashback Checking with 4% cash back on debit card purchases with CG Bank. Visit cgbank.com to see more. John Clark, Michael Watkins having some fun up in the booth with Samantha. And y'all
She's telling stories on you, man.
It's all right. Here's the thing about me. You could tell stories and you could go on. We'd be here till next Friday getting ready for
you two have been doing this together a while.
But back here on the CG Bank postgame shows, you wrap things up, Coach. Another big performance by Madison Central. And this is the time of the year when it's always sad. You know, somebody's put on their jersey for the final time. Yeah. For the Indians, these black uniforms, they're 2-0 in them, and they head on to round 3 next week, Coach.
Yeah, it's an exciting time. To me, it also it brings back memories of playoffs.
Yeah.
We used to always after the second round, I had food brought in the team during the week. We'd bring in treats, cakes, all kinds. Just something different because most of the state's going home after this week. There's not a lot of teams left after the second round. So, congratulations to these young men.
Couple of big games still going on that'll decide where we go next week. Will it be Lexington? Will it be Louisville? When we know, you'll know. We'll post it on the WBON TV Facebook page. Now time for our drive to victory with Jack Burford Chevrolet. Jack Burford Chevrolet has the best in both new and used Chevrolets and other models in Richmond. Visit jackburford.com to see the entire inventory at Jack Burford Chevrolet across from Walmart on the EKU bypass. Our drive to victory tonight comes courtesy of Christian Lawson. A big touchdown, his second of the game as we look back here. And right there is the play action. They fake it to the tailback, and Lawson for his second score of the game, and that is our Jack Burford Chevrolet drive to victory. Visit jackburford.com to see the entire inventory at Jack Burford Chevrolet. That end-of-the-year sale is so much fun. Take advantage of some great deals right now at Jack Burford Chevrolet, and your guy coming in with a pair of touchdowns tonight.
Yeah, to me, he's just such a key to what they can do to really open up the offense, and he's lanky, he's tall. Teams have to honor him and respect him if you're going to use him, and they've been using him the last 2 weeks. So it'll be interesting to see next week if there's respect shown for where he's lined up. I don't know how you don't in the third round of the playoffs.
What would you say Christian was on fire tonight? I mean, two passes in the entire game by Central.
I think
both of them go to him for 2 touchdowns.
I think he's molten lava hot right now in the playoffs.
So Lawson was on fire tonight, and he been a big part of the Madison Central offense throughout the season. And that is our Precision Gas Plumbing hot player of the game. It's Christian Lawson. He was heating up from the start of the performance tonight. And when it gets cold outside and you want to warm up like Lawson was tonight, then you've got to trust the experts over at Precision Gas Plumbing in Berea. From gas logs to custom fireplaces or installing gas tanks. And they also sell propane for their customers. Follow them on Facebook to learn more. And I know right now you're not really thinking about the outdoor grill that you might have. Well, Precision Gas Plumbing also offers that. And our Precision Gas Plumbing hot player of the game tonight was Christian Lawson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns, 55 yards receiving, and a big win for Madison Central, Coach.
They need to fire up the grill at the house and make him a steak.
Yeah, they do. They do. I'm hungry, too. I'm having a steak right now. Samantha, you taking me out to dinner tonight?
I've got a suggestion.
All right.
Nueva Vallarta is the place to be.
It is. I mean, I'm cool with that. Going after the game, going to Nuevo or some Gillums even sounds good. Huh? I don't eat. Here's the thing. You will at least at one time during the week find me at either Nuevo or at Gillums. I'm going to both of them at least once a week.
And I will say this about you, doing this with you for the season, if you're promoting the restaurant, you're promoting it out of you legit go there and eat, and you support them as well. So I think that's pretty cool.
All right, thanks for watching, folks. It's been a fun night. If you're watching on WBON TV at the top of the hour, we will be going back to your regularly scheduled programming on the TV channel. If you're watching the stream, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, thanks for watching. For all of us here tonight, Landon Eads and Garrett Stearns, Jacob Beck, our cameraman, Aiden Mills, our producer tonight. Aiden, no hiccups tonight. We appreciate your hard work. And Samantha Burford as well, our sideline reporter. He's John Clark, a tremendous addition to the broadcast this year. We've at least got one more, Coach. We'll find out where that's going to be later on tonight. Madison Central, a big win here on their home field. They advance to the region championship game next week. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a great weekend from all of us here at WBON TV.